Good afternoon, everyone. This is Jandre, back with the Top Primate podcast. Happy to have our second guest. I'm letting him introduce himself, so he gets the name and everything right, so we're on the right page. My guest today is Likhaya. He's going to take it away, introduce himself.
Hey, good evening or morning or at night. I don't know when everyone's gonna be. But this is Likhaya, Hansie. I go by the name of Lee, which is like my artist name as well. Big artist enthusiast, more music and everything. Part of the top primate gym, best gym in the world. I'm telling you, come for everybody's neck. Yes, that's the guy here.
Okay, guys. So we're back with, it's been a while since our last podcast, but we've got Likhaya chatting with us. He's one of my students. He's got a fight coming up the 11th of May, but we're just going to chat and talk about whatever's up. What did you want to say before when I said, okay, keep it for the when we start chatting?
I was going to say, because I was going to have like a big chat. Because like before I came here, I was like thinking about, I need to eat. And then I ate. But then I was like, the thought came to my head is like, in the morning, coach, I weighed myself, right? And I was
This morning?
This morning. So I weighed myself, listen, same thing happened as I told you last time. So I weighed myself. I was 59, right? I took out everything again, released all the bodily fluids, and then I checked, right? And then I was like 59, I was 59 again. And then I showered. I got out the shower. I weighed myself immediately after the shower. I was 56. How does that work?
So, I don't know. When I always talk, I always start to people like I'm not some scientist. I've only read about stuff and things like that. So, in the water, when you sweat differently. There's something there. I don't know. That's why when the guys lose weight, they put them in the Epsom salt bath. So when you shower, obviously your body is heating up, but you're still sweating. You still like sweating. You don't feel it because you're in the water. Okay. So you can actually lose a lot of moisture from the shower, and from the heat. Yeah. So when you stop the water and you start sweating, it's almost like when you are under the water, you don't feel that sweating until the water switches off, and then you're like, oh, I'm sweating because I'm so hot. But you probably were sweating under. It's the same if you have an Epsom salt bath. Being in the water when you sweat, you sweat differently. I don't know what it is, but I read something about it.
And I was like, my water was super hot this morning.
Yeah, so you probably were sweating, and what was the first weigh time?
The weighing time?
When you said you were 59 and you were 56.
Yeah, so immediately I woke up around 8:30.
Okay.
And then I weighed myself.
Yeah.
And I was like 59.4 something.
Okay, opposite, okay.
Yeah.
And then what time was the shower?
And the shower was like 10 minutes after. It wasn't that long. I didn't do that much. And then you showered 10 minutes after.
Yeah.
Got out the shower and I was like 56 and I panicked. But I was like, no, maybe in my head I was like, okay, maybe I just need to just weigh it out. Maybe my body is doing something and it's gonna.
Did you eat in the morning yet?
No, I didn't eat.
Okay, so also obviously eating whatever you put in, you almost can say okay, if you eat a kilogram of steak, you should weigh a kilogram more because the shit's not going anywhere. It's just going in you. You're chewing a jar, but it's still going in you. And what should happen is you should be weighing a little bit more, a little bit after the eating, but before you eat, then usually you are obviously you're not going to weigh as much. So if you're trying to pick up weight, then you check your weight after you eat.
Okay.
And if you're trying to lose, then you sleep as long as you can, and then check your weight once you did everything you did. So starving, pee, go do other things, shower, get on the scale. You're like, please be light. So for you have to do the opposite. Eat a lot, right? Wake up, eat. Eat and sleep.
Yeah.
Wake up. Don't go to the toilet or nothing. Look at the scale.
No.
That's what we need. Because usually it's the other way around. What I tell the fight. Look here, you will lose weight. I need to know what your weight is in the morning after sleep. After you go to the toilet, no food, no drink. And then usually they will be laying.
It's like
right? So you need to do the opposite.
Okay, that's all with me. Listen.
That's why it seems like magic, because you get to do all the easier stuff.
Easy stuff, just the eating. So that's the problem I'm having, because I'll be like at work, right? And you'll tell me I have to be like 60 when I get to gym. So I'm at work and I'm like, okay, when I weigh myself, I'm probably like, I'm 60, right? But I just ate, right? And now I need to like release. And I'm like, yo, if I release this and I can't weigh myself, and I'm like 59 now. Like, it's like, fuck. I miss the weight. So I'm trying to get to a point where even when I release like bodily fluids, I'm still like 60.
What time and what are you eating? At what time are you eating and what are you eating?
So,
and don't tell me a fucking seed. Because I know it's not easy sometimes. If you're not hungry, like, you're not hungry.
no, but I'll eat like, so here's my schedule. So wake up in the morning, right? In the morning, I don't have time to eat, so I'll rush to like work after.
Because you're waking up late or just because you just doing your thing?
Waking up late.
Okay. But now you're running, so you should be able to get...
So I wake up late, so I don't eat at all in the morning, so I run straight to work. When I get to work, I go buy something, but what I buy is like, I'll buy like a pack of noodles, a banana, and maybe like 2 samosas. That's like my morning meal. And then I'll eat that. Then I'll wait for around 3.
Yeah.
And then at 3...
What time did you eat that breakfast?
Around 8.
Fuck.
Around 8, 9.
So there's already the little bit of the issue, because for some people that aren't doing stuff, like they're just chilling, or they're doing, they're not exercising, but they're fine with their weight, right? They will eat maybe like a gap meal like that, because they only eat when they're hungry, because they're not being very active. But for you that's active, you should be eating like every 2.5 to 3 hours. Because what the problem is when you are going that long stint with no food, your body's like, yeah, I'm going to chow down on me. So it'll chow on your fat, which you don't have any, and then it'll be like, okay, muscle. So you need to have like something in between there. So all you really need to do is increase it. Like, it's not easy though, but you got to increase it. Like, so in the morning, you got to have something quick and prepared, like a banana, eat it as you wake up, you know, or it's really simple stuff, and it's like, it's not rocket science because it's quick, like have boiled eggs ready to go, and then you clap 2, like banana and 2 of those, right?
Wow.
Then when you get to work, eat what you said to eat, right?
That's another issue. It's like a cooking situation, so I have to cook things.
That bitch, you just boil it. Put 20 in a pot and boil it for 10 minutes, and then you don't have to worry for a long time.
Okay.
But the banana I say first because it's easier, it's right there. Or simpler is grab like peanut butter, like a jar of peanut butter, and just have a spoonful of that in the morning. Okay. So you got to increase your what you put in. So what you did, like your lunch, it's not the best. People will be like, oh, that's not the best lunch per se. But whatever, my thing is, whatever, never mind your budget or never mind your lifestyle, what do you consume a lot of? Because let's first start with increasing of what you already consume. Yeah.
A lot of cookies.
Yeah. So
it's like my thing.
Like eat more of it, but more often.
But I started doing a thing now. So I used to eat a lot of bread. I stopped doing that.
Yeah.
And then now all I do is a lot of KFC.
Yes.
Because I'm trying to put away. I think that's what helped me put on the weight.
Yes.
Like when I was 52, what I did to put on that weight was like just eat a lot of like KFC, a lot of junk food. So I think that's what helped me just get the mass.
Just in one, like if you look.
And pop.
With, yeah.
As soon as I started doing that, that was the biggest change. Like, as soon as I started like eating a lot of pop, that was like the biggest change.
That's good.
Bulky.
Yeah.
So that's what I've been doing. I feel like those are the 2 main things that are working. But then one thing I felt weak because I wasn't eating like a lot of like vegetables and stuff. I don't feel like my body was the best. But then I started like getting corn as well, like eating a lot of corn, and I feel better with that. Like my body just feels like it moves better because I'm eating something that has like I feel like still natural with veggies and all that. So I feel like I need to find a way to get more the healthy stuff as well, and not just eat on like the bad stuff.
But you don't cook, eh?
I don't cook.
Okay. The only shit you're gonna get is unhealthy because it's like the ready-made stuff.
I don't cook. and it's not like I can't cook. It's just that like my lifestyle does not allow me to cook at all. I'm just so up and go.
Yeah.
Like bachelor living like the whole time. Up, go.
Oh, but that's
Mission.
that's
Work,
normal, yeah.
Mission.
Yeah,
Work.
yeah.
Next thing to do is work, and then come back home, and then I'm artist as well on top of that. So it's like, on top of that, that's like a focus that I always have to have. So I write all the time, make sure I'm trying to like create something, and then I'll have like 30 minutes or an hour of that, and I'll just pass out. I've never slept peacefully. Like I don't remember the last time I went, okay, I'm going to bed and I'm going to sleep.
Yeah.
No, that never happened. For the past, might be 8 months or so, I go home and I find myself sleeping.
Yeah.
I just pass out because I've been
That's good. You got you keeping busy. Like when I was fighting as well, it's like fighting or working, and then teaching people, and then go rest a little bit, and then go home, and then you're still going out and all this stuff. So it's like keep going, and then just sacrifice some things. When it was like fight camp, then I would be like, okay, I can't go out. That was like just the one. Like no drinking, and because that's the big one. No smoking. It's like cigarettes. Those two are like probably the main ones that you want to stay away from.
It's fine. I'm not a big drinker.
Yeah, that's fine.
I drink
That's fine.
sometime, indulge.
That's good. For the thing with drinking also, when you get a liver shot, it's sometimes worse because obviously the liver's filtering that shit.
Yeah.
So it's good. The less you drink or just a little bit, it's okay.
And that like shuts down your body when you get hit with that.
Yeah, because a lot of fighters drink a lot. You know, like the people that fight drink mostly. So if you get hit in the liver, then you're gonna feel it more. But that's
I remember like Gav has hit me one of those, like, like a side tip or something.
Who was that?
Gav.
Which Gav?
Gav. That went to, I think, went overseas.
Oh, he's in the UK. Yeah. Not the Gav that's here now.
No, the Gav that's here now.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He's back.
Yeah.
The one who came back.
Yes.
Yeah, then he hit me one of those. My whole body, and I just like screaming. I don't want to feel that ever.
That's painful because again, this is it's obviously more scientific, but there's like an enzyme that your liver releases. So it's not actually like pain, like you got muscle pain. It's like an enzyme that your liver releases when you get hit there, and then you just shut down, and it's like intense pain. So it's like different to it's like getting winded. You can't control. Or if you get kicked in the leg and it's the muscle.
It's the muscle, yeah.
You're like, okay, that's different. This liver shot is like, I'm crippled.
Yeah. Like my body doesn't. I want to get up, but like yo.
Yeah.
But I hopefully, if that ever happens in a fight, I never want to fucking scream. I should just keep my fucking mouth shut and just like take it.
You can't seem to scream because you have no breath as well. You're like winded as well.
Okay.
So you can't scream.
Okay, at least.
So lucky. Otherwise, I'm sure.
Like, dramatic, hey? Like, I was like, maybe like in a fight situation, I'll probably be more serious. But I know like in like sparring situation, I think very dramatic and like annoying with the kid. And that's because it adds more fun to it.
Yeah.
But then like in a fight situation, I'm sure like I wouldn't be as dramatic. I'd be more like serious. Like if I'd get hit like in a spot where it really hurts, like instead of like, I would like get straight. Let's go for it.
The adrenaline is like what usually is controlling that. Like so you have the adrenaline's pumping, so sometimes you don't feel certain things. So in sparring you might feel it.
Oh yeah, true.
When you fight you don't. So it's like it's important to get very, very tired in sparring, not hit hard, but very tired. Like you get to that point where you just like fuck it. You just like on Friday at the Shark Tank, you gotta be tired. And then you see like what comes out and so on, but you don't have the adrenaline. So when you fight, you're used to the tired and you just can ride the adrenaline. But yeah, it's a process.
And the shots don't even like in a fight. The shots don't even hurt.
No.
As much. You don't feel like
it's like
oh, I just got kicked. Okay.
exactly.
Whatever.
Yeah. So that's like the thing that changes. So you can't always get the adrenaline in the training.
In the training, yeah.
Because unless someone's really trying to knock you out, which is, I don't think it's a good way to spar. But if they do that, then okay. But otherwise, I think it's fine just to get you really tired.
I know like especially in sparring, like it can get like a little bit like frustrating where you like, sometimes I know it's sparring, but sometimes like it's getting a little bit too real now. Like there's a point where I was switching off during like the whole Shark Tank thing, so we're going. But then my glove got caught. I don't know, one of the guys. So I couldn't really do anything.
So that's. So it's good to get irritated because, you know, it's things that you need to work on, obviously. But when, say, for instance, your glove came off, you have to instantly go to pretend that your hand's fucked and you can't throw it. So what would you do? You know, you got to start chucking elbows. Yeah. So that also helps if you have an injury. As I say, you train and then you realize, oh, fuck, I don't need the hand, then I just elbow. So that's why I said carry on, because I wanted to see what you get up to. But you just, if your hands are sore, you just start elbowing. You like switch off that you have hands and you just elbow, and you see it like it works. So it's a good like thing next time, and you just carry on and like nothing happened.
Okay, and use the other things that are available.
So say for instance, you hit the guy and your hand gets fucking broken, then you could just instantly start elbowing. Every time you would throw the power, you just change your mind to elbow, and then it helps, especially in training. You can mimic an injury in a fight.
That's fine. I love elbows. Just go straight to them.
Yeah.
Like that's the first thing in a fight. I feel like whenever I get like so like when I'm in the fight, I'm a little bit conscious of what's going on. There's a lot of like stuff pumping and adrenaline pumping, but I'm also like aware. Okay, this is going on. So when I get frustrated, I know, or like I see the guy's like hands a little bit like better than mine. I just need to get close to this guy and just elbow this guy. That's all I just think of, and my mind just goes straight to there. The whole time.
So what you can do in class is, as long as you're controlling it, like especially the fighters need to do, you just don't step in. So you pull the arms and you just throw without stepping in, because in case the other guy steps in and you fucking elbow each other. No, terrible. So just try to get the pull of the arms and then throw without hitting them or without stepping in. So then you practice that way. Otherwise you might have someone cut or they elbow you, so nonsense. So they won't do it, but what you can do is when you hold in their arms, then you can, you know, try to chuck one through the middle. Because that's, if you watch how the guys do it, they're always pressuring the guy and then they just slip something through. So you can do it with them, just don't step into their face. Yeah. So just like pull and elbow with no lurching forward, because that is really where it works. And if they step in, they're going to be fucked. So there are any problems there.
No, none. Yeah.
So we're talking a lot about fighting. What else do you, as you said in the beginning, you're an artist. What else do you get up to, or what are you busy with at the moment?
So like
walk us through it.
So my main thing right now is I'm working on a lot of like music stuff.
Okay.
Music stuff and like documenting the music stuff. So I am an artist. So I basically rap, and then I dabble in some mixing, like music stuff. Like so, I used to produce, but I don't really do that. I think I suck at that. I just stick to the rapping, share my pain, share my life.
Be the performer,
Yeah, I'm a performer. That I love. That I love. So I love creating music, but like on stage, it's like where like I feel like everything just comes together, and I get to like express what I wrote and what I had in my head. So yeah, so I love that. So that's what I'm working with now with like a group of friends.
Nice.
Me and Jordan, just like doing that and just dropping that and just dropping music.
Yeah.
And just doing a whole lot of fun stuff and dropping videos.
Yeah. Can we just move this up just a second? I think it's dropping off a little bit. Yeah.
It's like that's like my whole like lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's like literally me. That's all I do. That's all I love doing.
Yeah.
I feel like that's what the universe pulled me out to do, just to rap.
Yes.
And make videos and have like a whole lot of fun and do like some interesting shit until like perish.
Yeah. There you go with what's enjoyable.
What's enjoyable, yeah.
Because you can make a living around it or with it.
With it, yeah.
Because you enjoy it.
That as well.
Yeah.
But that's fucking hard.
Yeah. No, it's not easy, but
that's fucking hard. Like
it's crazy.
That's why I have a job.
Yeah.
Like I need a job just to sustain to live, to eat. But then the rest, I'll deal with it and I'll find my way throughout.
No, that's good. That's the way. It's like just gotta make a plan.
All the time.
If you work in, you got after hours, before hours. At least you got steady income, and you can still do what you want to do.
Sure.
Yeah. And so if it takes off on the one side, would you stop working or just carry on? Like, have to be huge before?
I don't know. Hey, I've never like. I probably would stop working.
Okay.
Like definitely, if I'm making enough money, like what the fuck do I need to work?
Just to keep that steadiness. Yeah, yeah.
Steady, you know? So if I can make money somewhere else, I'd definitely stop working. But then, yes, definitely stop working and then just do all the fun stuff.
Yes.
All the fun stuff.
Yeah. Sometimes it's like you just gotta, like the fighting is, you can have only so many fights and you can get paid some amount, but you still need to train and you still need to pay for other shit like get transport and food. So you have to work.
You have to work.
So it's like no, it's not easy.
It's not cheap, but you have to make the sacrifice.
Yeah.
Especially if you love it as well.
Yeah, no, that's very, very important. So what do you have? Do you have anything up and coming that's coming out soon, or you playing anywhere?
Yeah, so I have a whole bunch of like songs.
Yeah.
I have just lying around.
Okay.
And we just like trying to figure out a way to like release them.
Yeah.
Like create like a whole bunch of content.
Okay.
And, yeah. But in terms of shows, I don't have anything coming up lately. But I'll probably get something soon.
Nice.
It's always like very tricky with shows.
Yeah.
Like it's either I have to hunt for shows, but then I do get like certain opportunities coming from people and people asking me like to perform. But then I really have to like, it's like a real hustle. Like
Yeah.
I have to go on a grind, like a performance. But when I get it, it's like, okay, yeah, it's great. I'm here.
Yeah.
It's my all.
But that's part of the hunt, I think. Like, you got to find the spot, and then that excitement gets into the playing, and whatever you're doing, whatever stage you're on, I think that like hunt is important. Like you keep going, that's how you get yourself out there. Because I mean, otherwise you're just gonna sit and do or whatever.
But I'm super good at that shit.
Yeah.
Something's gonna happen.
Yeah. Well, I see the combination that I really enjoyed, like on all the videos or something of them, is it's you. I think sometimes it's you rapping, and then part of your fighting, and then you rapping over the whole video.
Yeah, it's almost
So those are like just like release whatever amount of songs you got with videos like that every fight. It's like, I think that's a mad combination.
It's also like documenting my life, man. I just love it because it's like just documenting everything and putting everything out there. And be like, okay, this is what I did throughout like my whole existence.
Yeah.
And I get to like show that to someone.
Yeah, and it's you can do it. Like you got so many angles. It's like it's a story as well. It's a crazy story.
Yeah. We do that with all of them.
Yeah.
Like just put like my music. Maybe I might like add other people's music.
Yeah.
Like, but mostly it's my music on there.
But you know, like people go back and they check like a video with a song of the fighter they enjoy watching, and it's almost the same thing. Like now you making the music, you producing it, you are in it. Like there's nothing that's nothing that's not original.
Yeah.
See you on stage, see you fighting, them singing over everything.
It's me.
I think that's
like,
cool.
Yo, okay, what song that song is nice. Let me go on the internet and just search for the artist. Oh, the artist is the guy.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, he also does this. He makes music, and it's like maybe it's your thing, maybe it's not your thing.
Yeah.
It is your thing. It's your thing. Listen to it, enjoy it. I'm making it for the world.
Yeah.
Whoever latches onto it, whoever can resonate with whatever I'm saying.
Yeah.
Just to market myself and put myself out.
Oh, you gotta market yourself, because you can get marketers, but you got to always be marketing on something of yourself or pushing this or that. But so that combination is also, it's out there at the moment. Everyone's fighting and singing, rapping, dancing,
but
all in one.
You have like a lot of artists in this like gym.
Yeah.
Martin, he's like
yeah, Martin so he was actually my brother's friend from school, primary school, and his mom brought him here for like some discipline and training. She's like, no, he's like always doing stuff at school, 'cause like that's his personality. And so I said, okay, well, I'm not going to teach him manners. Like he is naughty. I'm going to teach him Muay Thai. Okay, so then I taught him, and then the 1 year he got Student of the Year, just like that. He's like all disciplined stuff, but he always wanted to rap.
Okay.
So he's like, he's getting up there now, and so it's good. It's nice to have him here.
Yeah.
And again, he also fights. I'm like, oh, you got to get yourself a fight, eh?
And he's good,
Because you're rapping now. You got to get yourself a fight so that you can promote yourself. That's how you promote yourself. You can't be.
There's a blueprint.
Exactly. I mean, it is a big thing now, and South Africa has got a good few fighters coming up, rappers, and now fights. Put it together.
Especially like Drake is winning like
Yeah.
the UFC thing.
Yeah,
The
all
fighting
eyes
is,
against
all eyes on
Africa.
South African
Yeah.
fighters, like, like, oh, there's fighting. There's Muay Thai and there's like MMA, which is like that's good actually.
It would be nice. It's like it's worth a trip if you were gonna go somewhere and do some Muay Thai or do MMA or do martial arts. It's worth a trip to Cape Town because we've got a nice area. Like we have almost everything you need. You got the beach. You can climb mountains. You can jump off mountains. You can go for rides. Like we have like I think a nice community for that. So hopefully, we get more people down. And and with the artists here, they always like you promote it, like Martin promotes it, I promote him stuff or your stuff, and just works nicely.
To promote a whole lot of fight stuff as well.
Yeah.
Bringing more people.
Yeah, I don't actually know the other artists really. You and okay, and
it's me. I know it's me. It's Martin. Who else was an artist? There was the DJ girl who used to be here. You had like another fighter.
Deb Dakota. Yes.
I've seen her stuff. Her stuff is cool as well.
Yes, she's art. Yeah, she's drum bass. Like the stuff is awesome. Like, she doesn't train anymore, but she was fighting some good fights. Yeah. But you always, it's like a journey. Things change. You do your fights, and then you jump here and you here.
Because I've seen so many like people come and go as well, like in like gym as well. Because like I feel like very like schedule orientated.
Yeah.
I always like make time with the like live, like really into it.
Yeah.
To like really like push.
That's the thing with the Muay Thai, which I enjoy, maybe, and not because it's like if someone doesn't like it, they're not going to train. So when someone comes in and they try the class and they like see what it's about, they're either going to love it, or they're going to be like, hey, this is not for me. So it's a little bit of a toss-up, but that's what the martial arts about. The only way you're going to get better is the more like you get a bit more obsessed or like you disciplined more. And I feel like it goes over to other things in your life. Like you're disciplined there, okay, you just think it's training, but then you go outside and you maybe don't do something that you now will do. Because you're like, okay, I did 20 push-ups, I never did that before, I'm going to do fucking this. I'm going to change jobs, like go get a new one, like start my passion.
True.
That's what I see.
It gives you a lot more confidence as well. It does. Because it did a lot for me as well. It did so much for me as well. Because even when I started, I was very low, and I was like, I needed like something to do just to like lift me up. I was very like in a depressed state as well. I was like, fuck, I need to like
get something
out and get something to do because I can't fucking just like feel like this. And I did this, and after a while, like I started feeling way better, way more confident. I could walk up the street and like
nice.
Okay.
You gotta have the walk, otherwise, when you're walking in the street, you gotta make sure.
Never almost gotten robbed like outside here as well, like twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the first time at night, but like that was like earlier on. I was walking, but it was at night. I think winter, because it gets really dark at winter, and after like gym, I don't know why I left late. But then I just left, and then I was walking, and some guys come, like 2 guys, but I had like my hoodie on, but I didn't really see them until I like looked a little bit to my left, and these guys were okay. So I'm like, okay, this is a little bit weird, so let me just stop a little bit so you can pass me. So I stop, so they go, but now they close. The other guy just tries to grab my bag, but I just move so fast, bro. And I just came from gym, so like I'm fired up right now. Like,
You're warm, yeah.
I'm warm. I'm warm. I came from gym, just trying to grab my arm, just move, and I just throw one, and I think I hit him a little bit. I think I hit him with one, and then everything else I missed. But then like it was so fast, and then I moved back, and then he looked, and I'm like, come, loose. And he just looked at me, and then like then he turned around, and I turned around, but I was so scared. I was like, fuck, please just leave me the fuck.
Yeah.
I just want to get home. I don't know why you even fucking trying to rob me. And I crossed the street the other side, and they were walking the other side, and we literally walked for like 5 minutes. They're just staring at each other the whole time.
Maybe they're in shock. They're like, just walking with you, like.
Maybe they thought I was gonna cross the street and chase them. But I was like, yo, I was also like so scared though, like, okay, I just got away from these guys, but I hope these guys don't like cross the road and come for me, because like I'm not trying to like be in this situation, but like if I have to, like, I'll dip, go home.
Yeah, run,
fuck it. Like I'm not trying to deal with such.
Yeah, it's best to just like get away.
No fucking way. But like the Muay Thai house, I was so warm that they're like, okay, you want some?
Yeah, if you just stay like a little bit calm, and because it's not everyone that knows how to fight or throw a punch. You know, they can like put their hands up and mess around, and but you know, it's night times a little bit.
But it's weird, like once you start like fighting, you realize so many people, like there are a lot of people who know how to fight, but a lot of people don't know how to like punch.
No.
Like I thought like people could punch until like I started like getting to like the martial arts, and then I'm like, oh my god, like a lot of you guys don't know how to punch. And this whole time I was like, everybody, you just swing like this, or you throw a punch like this, and that's a punch, and you're done. But no, there's actually like a technique.
I think I always think like people mostly know how to punch because on TV or wherever movies they'd watch, they'd see people punching. It's like only now with the MMA that you see like takedowns or someone kicking the leg, and then they're like, okay. But before it was like all boxing, like Mike Tyson stuff, or it was in the movies it was boxing. If you kicked, like at school, I remember if anyone kicked someone, they were like, oh, that's against the rules, man. You can't kick. So I think punching is just everyone's so used to it.
That is true. It's like if you
I remember that.
Someone fighting in high school is like.
It's like you get booed, yeah. It's like no, you can't kick the guy.
Bro, it's in the streets.
Exactly. So if you didn't box, you were in trouble. So I think like everyone almost subconsciously thinks they can box. Because you know the motion, like if you straight uppercut, you kind of know the motion, maybe from watching it a lot. So it just seems like, you know, a natural thing to do, but yeah, it's gotta be quick.
It has to be like an actual no, I realized a lot like fighting. I realized a lot like, oh my god.
If you get into a real scuffle, like say like in a fight, especially I say like in the ring, because that guy's also been training, so he's fit, fucking raging, and you raging, and then you guys clash, and it's fastest, hardest, quickest is gonna be the winner.
Yeah.
And it's like you're not throwing soft shots because you trained to throw bombs. You're just banging away, and you're like in that fucking tiny little circle where you just hitting each other. Yeah, exactly. So that's the craziness when you get into a real fight situation. You realize, it's it can be that fast. And the guy that's trained, you see what you're capable of. You don't even get taken down by one shot. So it's most people can see that like fight, but I don't think when they get into it, they can't necessarily do all the moves correctly to fight properly. Maybe something like that.
Everyone can definitely throw a punch.
Kicks I would say for most people are a bit harder to pick up because it's like that movement of the body is not usual. And
for me, it's like the brain area. It's just like the leg up there.
It takes a long time.
That is like the hardest thing ever. Like at first I thought I got it, And afterwards, like, no, I don't have it. It's like, okay, I'm getting it, and it's like, maybe not. But then my groin, sometimes, I don't know, I think I'm not like relaxing it when I lift. So it's always like so sore every time. But like right now it's in pain, but right now I actually think what's happening right now, I think it's moving past its limit that it's on, and it's like, I'm definitely be able to kick higher right now. I can feel it. My bone is so sore, but if it heals, once it recovers, new level, it's getting better.
So, you know, if you like don't work a muscle, if you like say your biceps are sore, you wouldn't even take notice because you're like, oh, I did some curls or something. So that muscle there is also that, it's a muscle. So as you kick higher, you're stretching it more. So now it needs to basically break down for a bit and then rebuild. So that's that tenderness that you're going to feel. So the more you throw it, the longer the muscle stretches, and then your body has to adapt around it. So it will take time. But as you kick, just keep it as relaxed as possible. Your whole leg. Just lift your knee as high as you can and then try to turn your hip. Because you're at that stage where I'm sure most people know, it's like you have it and then you're like, fucking no, it's cuck. I fucked it all up. Because you try to talk it or tweak it somehow.
Yeah.
So you got to go through that part where you're like, okay, I've missed that step, now I must add this step. And so you're at the right part of the journey of the kick. If you fuck it up or you get it right a few times and it's like a banger, and then you go back to the bag and you're like, can't, you know. So you're trying to force the brain to say that's the only way you know how to do it. But all the time there's adjustments, so the brain's like trying to figure it out, and the legs are holding you back. So what some people just say is, if you can do the splits, then you can head kick. So you decide. You either you have to put all your effort into the head kick, all your effort into doing the splits, or a bit of both. Like a bit of both's good. Try to do the splits as best you can. Like any stretch where your legs are up. And then relax your leg. Relax your leg as much as you can, on the kick, yeah. Yeah, this wall we put the Van Damme straps on and then we fucking stretch you out. So. No. There's a spot that has a thing.
I'd actually try
and you
that.
like, you drill it yourself. It's like got a handle close to you, and it's like a split machine. It's just like it looks like a torture device. It really does. It's like, okay, you're gonna torture yourself to like wind it up. Yeah, because what happens is it does this, and your legs are on the outside, and then it goes all the way to here. So you crank it as far as you can go.
I'm interested though.
Yeah. So if you have one of those, then you don't have to be Van Dammed on the wall there. Like that, he didn't even care. First try, splits. You split him, yes.
No, I'd have to like go through a couple like slowly first.
Yeah.
Adjust as we go.
Yeah. So the thing is, it holds, and then you probably have a timer for how long you want to go. Yeah. So as I said, as much stretch, like feet wide, deep, like sumo squats, because that also works the muscle. That's why the sumos always squatting, like they fucking can chill like that forever. They like, it's so strong legs, but they're very flexible. They like lift their leg up to by the ear, yeah. So because they got their hip flexors and their like all their groin muscles are so used to going so low.
Well, it's that way when I was jumping the bars, because that kind of resembles that whole movement.
Yeah. So that's why I always tell you to go feet wide, and that's why I tell you to touch the ground but look straight. Because when you you almost pop your body into that position, it's you open the hips. But it takes a while. But we're doing some good work on it, so I think it's nice.
And the twist, because sometimes I'll like forget to like twist. I'll forget to like twist my
foot.
My foot. So the nice thing is that I'm very like conscious of that one. So I'll pick it up, but sometimes I'll pick it up too late. Second try, then But I feel like sometimes, I don't know, my body feels like it's not comfortable there yet. But the more I try, I guess it'll get there. Because there's certain times where I'll be training, and then I'll start feeling like certain parts of my body, allowing me, because the muscle's probably growing stronger, allowing me to like move a little and stuff. So probably muscle somewhere.
Yeah. Like if you, on the toes is almost like the last thing that people seem to get. So if you up on the toes and you lean too far back, then you're going to notice that you fall backwards too quickly. And then it feels like you can't kick again. So you got to like correct the lean back, keep the foot turn going. If you're leaning too far forward and you try to turn, then you also, maybe your knee hits first or so on. So sometimes you add in the next step, puts you back 2 steps. Because now it's going to say, okay, where you lean back, okay, you're going to turn your foot, you're going to fall on your ass. Like if you ever tried to go for a head kick and then slipped on your ass.
That's sweet.
Everyone does
hitting
that.
the bag and then imagine people are training here and they're like trying to go for a head kick. My brain as well. I was like, but it's like, fuck it. And like after a while, I just embarrassed for a couple of seconds and after like, I don't care, okay, go back.
Yeah.
But it's the worst.
I swear everyone in history that has attempted a head kick has done that. I've done that when I go, like, what the So if you're leaning backwards, a lot of people go for the head kick and they step like almost under the bag. So their legs like in front of them. And then as they kick, they just slam down. So you've got to obviously be more upright or lean into it, depending on the martial art. But for the Muay Thai, you want to lean into it a little bit and then turn over at the end. But if your foot's too under, you see it in the fights all the time. The guys go for head kicks on the ass. That's funny.
That's wild. But even I saw that in the last fight with I think with George and the other guy, the last event I was fighting in.
Yes, I can't remember the gentleman's name, but
yeah, same.
That guy.
I just remember George because I
yeah.
But then the other guy attempted like the same kick and he just slipped. I like that.
He went for, I think, a head kick at the end, or he went for a few. Like a few. Obviously, it's like they both took it on short notice, so it's like more of an exhibition. But it was a fight for sure. But because they both took it on late notice, there was no camp, so they just went for each other. It was quite impressive.
Didn't throw enough head kicks.
Yeah, that was a good fight. And then there was another fight earlier that was very quick. I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if it was before your fight or maybe after. So there was the one guy was from what's their new name now again? I can't remember. It was Fenter's gym, and now they have an Elite MMA. Okay. So that's their gym that we fought at. And then there was another guy from Gomba's gym. Iron Tiger. And in the first 30 seconds, the guy came. Did you watch it? Okay, you did see it. Yeah, that was mad. I've seen that guy fight before.
He's tall, but he's built nice for
he is.
Muay Thai.
That was under 75 kgs. I'm sure that was their weight.
He's like tall,
yes.
Very muscular.
And he's ripped, and he's flexible.
Yes.
But because he's so tall, his head kick it's not that high.
Yeah. So it's easy for him to get someone's like, yo.
But the first 30 seconds, I was like, this is a fight.
Yeah, because he even hit hard. I remember when I was throwing, I was like, yo, this guy seems like he hits hard as well.
So that guy, he fought at the last Taolix event. And he also, I think he did something similar. Back put his guy away very quickly.
Sure.
But that was a big bomb to the head. And the fight wasn't looking great after that. So, but that was a head chop. If he finds an opponent that is like similar to him, I can defend it, test him. Yeah. That would be a good fight.
Because I can tell he looks very skilled.
Yes,
so,
yes.
When I see like skilled fighters, I want to see like a longer fight so I can just see what they're working with.
Yeah, you want to see him perform,
I want to see him perform.
Yeah, exactly.
Show me the show. But now when it ends, because it was so nice, like, yo, okay, this guy's very skilled. The other guy was like, okay, he's nice too. But now it's like, bam, it's done. Like,
It's going to end on like something. It's going to have to be a spectacular move to end it, or it's going to go to the judges. So if there's a knockout, it's going to be a nice one, very clean, because they're both it's very technical, because they're going to have to be both technical, because Andy's fit, and he's technical, he's conditioned. So not to say like he just hasn't had these matchups are coming for him, like which is good. It's good. It's, I think that's going to be a good fight night, and you got your confirmed fight, and you know, we'll go, I don't even remember the name, but it's amateur fight, because I always ask you if you want a nerd or not. Every fight.
I'm like, okay, I just see it. Yeah. I was like, maybe I do want to know.
Sometimes it's like, shit, man, what?
Who's this guy?
Yeah.
What's his name? I'm gonna search him. I'm gonna go search him. I'm gonna look up, see how he looks like.
Yeah.
But like, I always like find out though before, maybe like the week before. Somehow I'll end up going and go search. Okay,
Yeah.
This guy. Or we'll see it when they
we
announce
post
the
it.
names.
Yeah.
The names. So I'm like, okay, I know now. Let me go.
Yes, you go check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Like, how does he look like?
It's probably better once you like been training, and you see like if you're training in like an intense camp, then you see, okay, this guy is looking fit. So then you're like, okay, it's near the end, but I've already been pushing, and so on. This one, yeah.
I think it's fine.
Oh, no, that's fine. That's just flashes. So I think it's probably best to find out later when you're already like pumped,
Yeah.
than to in the beginning when you're not so fit. You're like, fuck, am I fit? So, yeah, check it at the end.
Check it at the end.
Yeah, that's probably best.
But like, yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah. So you're gonna have anyone come and watch the fight, or when we get the information, we'll obviously send it out. People can choose, but would more people be interested to come watch?
Yeah.
Like if it's
So,
next
like,
level one.
So basically, all my friends, like Dylan is interested.
Yes, yes.
The normal Dylan, Jordan. I'm gonna probably ask Shima. He's always busy. But like, it's always when like if they're available or not.
Yeah.
I have like a few other people who are very interested.
Okay,
as well.
nice. That's awesome. That's awesome.
Jordan's girlfriend, Ash. What up? Ash?
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna try come.
Yeah.
So I'm excited for this.
It is a cool vibe as well. Like, yes, the people are fighting, but you see that they do respect each other, which kind of makes it better. And it's a good vibe. Like, no one's going like too crazy on like booing or something like that, but the crowd gets involved with it. I think it's a cool environment for anyone. Like, everyone seems to get into it, even if they're like, oh, I might not like it, and they're like, fuck, I didn't know you can elbow the oak's head off.
Yeah, I was telling Ash, because she's like, yo, she's like scared when she gets there, she's gonna be so worried.
About who? You?
Ash, yeah, about me.
Okay.
Like when I'm in there,
Yes.
it's like, fuck, bro, you're gonna be getting hit.
Yeah.
I'm like, don't worry about that, bro. Like, just know, like, in there, I'm like having fun. So it's whatever happens.
Yeah.
It's not, I'm having fun. It's not like a big deal. It's like, I mean, it's a big deal, but I'm not gonna die. If I do,
Exactly.
sorry.
Yeah, look.
You know?
What are you gonna do? Like, is it good to stay safe all the time, and
Exactly.
maybe, not maybe, but you live to whatever age, because you can do crazy things and live to the same age. That's what I always think.
The world is dangerous.
Yeah.
You're never actually too safe.
Nah. There's always something going on.
There's always something going on, and it could happen at any time.
Yes.
Just don't worry about me. I'll be fine. I'll
Yeah.
go out the ring next, out there. But like, don't like jump in the ring now and try like, don't do anything crazy.
Yeah. You
It's
can't.
I always
Yeah,
tell
don't
myself,
climb in.
Yeah, it's always fun. Like,
Yes.
trust, just come and you're gonna enjoy it. You'll see like I don't know, like humans love violence.
No, we do. Something we have.
We have it in here, yeah.
So I never worry like if people want to get like crazy on the bags or like shouting and stuff, because we have it in us. So we might as well let it out somewhere. It's okay. Don't spar like that, because you fucking mad things like go too hard. But if you want to hit the bag like that, like crazy savage person, it's fine, because it's the best place to let it out. You don't get into trouble. No one's going to come and arrest you because you get in trouble. Because it's crazy out there. So do your thing. Like my mom was always be like, oh, she doesn't like me fighting. So then I also would say, should I fight? And if she says like, obviously she says no, I'm like, I'm going to fight. Like I try to do the opposite thing. But I also just want to do my thing.
Yeah.
I feel like if you're living closer to what you enjoy, you still have the other things that can happen to you. But you're closer to, like, say, danger if you trying to do your own thing, or you're doing things like fighting, you're closer to the danger, which keeps you safer.
Yeah.
Like if you're out, you know more people maybe, or you're aware of it, you're checking around, you like can avoid it.
Not oblivious to the whole
Yeah.
life. Yeah.
I don't think why not have it at least. 'Cause there's a saying about it, like don't be a you rather be a fighter in the garden than a gardener in a fight. It seems so strange, but if you need to fight, if it's a situation just to defend yourself, I think just having something, just the confidence first, because then you can kind of look for an escape. Like you don't want to. The more worried you are, they're going to see it and then they feed on it, and it doesn't work out. Like I don't say confidence in making going if there's 6 of them going for them. Like just see what's up, breathe, shoot, take a quick jog.
Hit one, open up a space.
Yeah.
That shit. Like.
Yeah, you got to watch out for that. But it's it's Cape Town. It's it's a vibe by itself. I love it here. Like I've been to other places. I enjoy it here. I want to go travel, but definitely enjoy Cape Town. Enjoy the vibe here, the people, like the mixture of everyone. Like at the gym, there's always a mixture of people, and just people in the general area. Yeah, sometimes in spots everywhere, like you can't walk around too late at night, unfortunately. But the rest of the time, Cape Town a little bit, certain spots it's a little more chilled. But I think it's a lot safer. There's a lot of the security and the upliftment of the areas. There's some funds that they are moving to Woodstock and Salt River to like uplift the whole area more, like security and do their whatever they're doing for tourists and stuff. So I think that's quite cool.
Yeah, because apparently Woodstock used to be like a little bit more like dangerous.
I know, very yeah.
And like now I don't really feel it that much. It does seem like it's a little bit chill.
Yeah, I never stayed in Woodstock before, but it would come through here, and it was always known like it's a bit of a dodgy area, and I think only maybe just before or after COVID is when it really came up in like security for tourists and the business that opened up here, lots of new stuff. I think that works.
That works, man.
Yeah.
Even Ash from downstairs always talks about the tourists.
Yeah.
He loves the tourists.
He loves them. He's a happy guy. Like he's always chilled. Like takes the tourists around and he shows them he's got a little more insight than the rest.
He loves his neighborhood.
Yeah, he does.
Was he born in this street or something?
So you said he was born in, I think it was the street above here, but then unfortunately this is like now a while back, not when he was younger, but his house caught fire. So he was staying there and he was born in the area. So he knows like the history, he tells people about it. And there's some of our students that's gone on his tour. Yeah. They took, he takes you around, shows you all the artwork, tells you about the area, always tells people about the gym. So it's nice. A little advertising. Yeah, exactly.
That's why you probably get like, because I see a lot of like international students coming in and out.
A lot of
internationals.
Yeah.
Just visiting or at a work.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. You see all the other students too. So like you get to like some people don't see each other, and there's been a lot of international students coming down, especially from like Europe, and coming down to stay. The weather's cool. Want to train. So I got a few guys training, and they're enjoying it. So, we had like a few Americans down, like some Eastern Europeans, like not many guys from like China or things like that, but a lot of Europeans, and so you've trained with a few of them, Germans as well,
French guys as well.
Yes, yeah. It's nice. Sometimes it's a bit like risky when we spar because they don't know how they're gonna spar. If they spar hard. Like I always have to like go with them first and then try to make sure like gonna get your head banged off from the first shot, and then slowly not like integrate them into just lighter sparring to the head, just to the head, like It's no, you don't just smash each other. You can hit the body and legs hard. What else do you want? Like, just chill on that
but
head.
sometimes
Some
what
people
happens
are
is that,
getting bomb.
sometimes you miss time.
Yes.
Like your shot, and it just goes in a little bit harder than you intended. And it's like, oh. No.
Sometimes it's like that's unavoidable, but the intentional throwing hard is gets to be a problem with bigger guys, because when they throw hard now, they also throw in their weight, and then they bang whoever they got in front of them, which is probably not the guy the same size, and then they like fucking knock them.
But I don't know. I love it when like the new students come, because it was like, especially like the overseas guys, it's just a little bit of like how the Muay Thai is in other countries.
Yes.
How they move.
Yeah.
Like everyone kind of moves differently.
Yes. Yeah, they do. And it's I always tell like you must train with as many people as you can, in the sense that one person's going to see something, one person's going to give you something else, and so on and so on. And then when you train with you spar with people, like they're not telling you in words, but they're telling you with their Muay Thai what they've learned. So they like can teach you something, but if you just like watch them. So if you go light and technical, then you can play around and see, okay, this guy does this, I'm going to try that and see if it works for you. And then you learn from each other. You know, it helps like grow, and you see what they're up to. Like some people box more, some people clinch more, some people don't clinch. A lot of people don't clinch. And I see that, and they want to clinch. I like, hey, I would fucking clinch. And I love clinching.
Like, even the fights watched on like line, like SA fights, not a lot of them really clinch.
Yeah. It's the clinching is, I would say, more on the Muay Thai side of things, because if it's like a Dutch style, there's no clinching. It's like you can go one arm and the knee, and then you must stop. So you can't catch any of the shots. So you can't catch a teep, you can't catch a roundhouse, you can't catch a knee. So you can't elbow, but you can parry everything. So for the Muay Thai, you see the clinch is more effective, and a lot of guys like do Dutch style, and then when they fight, they look more Dutch style. But if you like start elbowing and kneeing them, to change up a few things. Yeah.
I like the clinch. But dangerous though. So because with the elbows, just like it's a nice position. But I just that's one thing I want to work on as well. Well, is that
clinch.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what we're doing.
But it's nice what we're doing.
At the one thing a day, because I was thinking, okay, everything's looking good, but it needs a little bit of work, and then we'll put it together. So the singles I think is nice, and the clinch is dangerous. You always like hit each other's elbows or knees, but yeah, I want to work a lot of clinching. So we're gonna put it in, and then we'll clinch like one Friday, just clinching.
Yeah, I'm even like wearing like cauliflower because of it. Again. Oh my god, my ear.
If you want to, you can wear like when we clinch like the whole time. If you want to put a headgear on, or you can get like a scrum cap, or just like you can also what you can do is you can just put a bandage like the rugby players do. Mm-hmm. They put a bandage and then duct tape around their ears, so it just pushes it back, and then it won't happen. It's because a lot of the guys are like, you sometimes do it. You clap in the ear, or you like taking the ear like this and rubbing it.
Yeah, with the
So it's not supposed to be on the ears like that.
My ear is so hot right now. Like it's red. Like feels real. But the nice part, like, because I had it earlier on and it's healed
From
previously.
Okay.
We cleaned it out.
Yeah.
From that time. So it's healed.
I forgot. Oh shit.
It's the ear still looks pretty. It's not bad. I like it, but I can tell like it is rubbing a little bit harder. But then it's not inflating now. There's not as much like...
Is it hard yet?
Yeah, it's very hard.
Okay, so if it's hard, then it's done. The process is done. So it'll stay that hard. And that piece usually won't break again. Because that's almost like cartilage again.
Okay, that's fine.
I think sometimes the ears are just... it's like almost like a personal preference thing. It doesn't... or you don't get to choose it. It chooses you. Like sometimes the ears... when they move, it happens just like that. And then some people, it doesn't happen to. Like I got punched in the ear. I had nothing wrong. I turned and someone punched me right in my ear, twice, and then I rolled with it, and then I made it worse. So anyway, but it's usually some ears do it and some ears don't.
No, I need my ears.
Yeah.
So I need to protect them somehow, because I know like I'm more worried because I'm like an engineer.
Yes.
An audio
Yeah, you need your ears. Yeah.
So it's like I need them, but there is a part of me as well who's like, oh, whatever. Whatever happens, happens. Just like part of my personality is like, oh fuck.
Yeah, deal with it.
I'll deal with it when it comes. But I'm also aware, like, I know I have to protect them.
Yeah.
But it's like, okay.
I can say from my experience with this thing, it's like the inside, it's kind of crystallized. It does affect this hearing in the ear, but like strange noises. Like I can't, like hear, if I'm trying to listen, then this ear doesn't pick up that minute sounds anymore. It's gak. So the canal's important there.
It's like the balance of my earphones.
Yes.
The balance is off. Like,
Yeah.
And they don't sit.
Yeah, this ear like hurts. I can't get it. If I try to put an earphone, that's why these headphones work. The earphone it hurts. Like it pushes against it. And sometimes if I push it backwards, I can hear better. It's terrible. So at least, we don't do too much rolling, your ears would be fucked. If you get it now from this, you would have no ears left.
And I want to start doing BJJ. I'm like, I want to start doing that.
So then you definitely have to get a scrum cap. So that's probably so there's the wrestlers' cups, the muffs that they put over.
Yes.
There's that, or there's the scrum cap it's supposed to do the same thing. I used the scrum cap for a bit when I had this thing, so it doesn't get any worse. But it's personal preference. I just thought the scrum cap sits better. The cups might move or something. The scrum cap is quite on you, and it's just keeping your ear nice and flush. Unless someone fucking nails you on the ear, you're fine. So either you must do one of those. I might have a scrum cap actually. You can try it, or the headgear. The headgear.
The headgear is too much.
You just sit here. You can't see anything.
No, that's too much. I would feel so uncomfortable training with that all the time.
Yeah.
With headgear.
Well, just for when you clinch. So because then you don't get your ears all fucked. So if you don't get a scrum cap, or if I don't find one, I'll look for it.
Okay.
You can try that, because you're not going to be punching, you're just going to clinch up.
Yeah.
So then you can,
It's better because it's thinner.
Yeah.
It's just very slip on, and the headgear this thick thing.
My worry is also someone, unfortunate person, hits you wrong and elbows you. Like you get into the clinch and you step into an elbow, because those are the people that hurt you, the new people. Yeah. So that's why I'm keeping you away from the new people, or the ones that are slower on the sparring, which is the journey. But you need to be with guys that are on the level. So one, they're not going to hurt you, and you're not going to hurt them if you go a little faster. So that's what happens. Someone's going to walk into you, so the headgear would protect that on the clinch day. And if we train the knees and clinching, then you do a scrum cap for those days. But something to protect your head a little better, I think. But are you excited about your fight? We always training, so we never chat about how you feeling for the fight before.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm nervous. So there's one thing Cam said after my other fight. He's
who's this?
Cam.
Okay, yeah.
My friend.
Yes.
The other guy. So it was Jordan. It was Dylan. The one you.
It's Dylan was the one filming it.
Filming the one you.
Does Cam work with you?
No.
Or
Jordan's the one filmed, and
yes.
Cam, it doesn't work with me. He works somehow.
Okay, no, I just trying to see his face. Yeah, because I saw Dylan. I see him outside sometimes, clapping a smoke. Yeah. So, and I just remember the one guy that was just in the seat the whole time.
Yeah.
Okay,
so Dylan works with me. That's the guy with the rain.
Well, he was, just for the record, the problem is that he was over and on the apron. And even that outside area, you can't be there. Yeah. So I was trying to get his attention, and I was using my foot. I was like, yay.
He was so scared. He was so scared. He was pissing me off, bro. yo, I'm like, bruh, come on, like, just chill, yo.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, Cameron, he's like, after the fight, he's like, yo, you have to like tap in for this one. You have to,
Yeah.
like, fully go in for
Yes.
this one and clock it. I'm like, yeah, I agree, bro. Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying with the like aggression. Like,
Yeah.
so I won't if the aggression fails, let's have aggressive Muay Thai. So then if you put aggression to that Muay Thai, you're going to do more damage. But if you have that aggressive Muay Thai where what you're working on, you're going to have a better chance of, you know, being aggressive yourself. You know, just like it'll come out hopefully. But if that fails, at least you have the Muay Thai for that style. So either you get there, or you have the Muay Thai for it and you figure it out on the way. You know, so it's good. Like for me, that's what I always went forward, because like you're worried, like you don't want to get hit or something. So I was just like, fuck it, I'm gonna get hit either way, backwards or forward. So I'm gonna choose forward and just keep walking down.
yeah, and that's where like I find I have more fun when I'm in that pocket.
Yeah.
And then I get to work more or try new things when they don't work.
Yeah.
My target is there. I can hit my target.
Yeah, and you have to react instantly.
Yeah,
It's like
react,
if going backwards, kind of you like giving yourself space to think. But if you stay in, you have to switch that part off, and then your reaction comes in. And it's difficult sometimes. It's like, but you get used to it, and that's like something to be like. You have to do it yourself when you spar. Like stay right in the guy's face, and no stuff is coming, and stay in the pocket, and you know, just like for the Muay Thai, because it's an attacking sport, so you're not really wanting to block too much or move backwards. So yeah.
I don't want to find myself thinking too much as well.
No, yeah, that's thinking, and then you think, and then it's too late. Like
It's
you
too
think,
late,
hands up,
let me throw this. That move is
yeah,
already gone. That
Yeah.
position is changed.
yeah,
Because in that fight, like, it changes all the time what you can throw, what's available or not.
yeah. Do you want to talk about like your first fight and your second, third, like what you were going through, like, because obviously, you know, as an amateur, you're growing, and it's like the first few are always the rocky start, and then you're trying to like get a flow. You know, your first one was against an opponent that has had fights, so he had obviously some experience. You had 2 in-house fights, okay, against like bigger guys, so you could see you could fight. So it wasn't like sometimes you can see someone can't fight, and then you got to give them a lot of in-house fights.
Yeah, I already could fight. Like,
So your fighting was already there, so it was okay.
That's what I knew. Like when I started Muay Thai, I knew like, okay, the fighting is already there. I just have to get like the technique. I'm already like a fighter by like inside of me. Like I grew up fighting like all the time. It's like, oh, this is gonna be so easy. Like,
Exactly.
I'm just like meant for it. It's just like, let's go.
Yeah, it works. Like you can go and you know, do your thing there. Every fight's different. Like your first and second one were completely different fights, because obviously the first one against someone that, you know, they also come for you.
Super nervous.
Yeah.
I was super nervous for that on guard. It's like the first fight. I was nervous, but I was also like confident as well. I was like, okay, as soon as I get there, I'll figure it out.
Yes.
This is gonna be my first time competing, like ever. Not ever, because I've done it in the gym, but now in front of like an actual crowd with like
And someone
something
that,
on the line.
yeah,
So
elbows
I
are there too.
elbows are there too now, like, and we're really swinging hard.
Yeah, full as hard as you want, as hard as you can.
As
Yeah.
hard as you can. So I'm thinking, I think everyone has like, oh, don't care. Obviously, when I speak to my friends, like, don't get knocked out. Like, whatever you do, just don't get knocked out. So now I have these fuckers telling me, whatever you do, don't get knocked out. I'm going to this fight, like, okay, fuck. I have to like leave that out of my head. Like, whatever happens, happens.
Yeah.
And I've been through this before, man. I've fought a lot of times, so it's not different. It can't be that. Yeah. So when I went in there, I felt good. Felt good even during the fight as well. I can't really remember it.
How's your cardio? Like, I remember the only thing that we pushed a lot on for the second one was the cardio, because it's like a mad cardio you need.
The first round, I was so tired. I was like, what the fuck?
It's mad. It's a crazy feeling.
I'm like, this is the first round. I have 2 more rounds. I remember going back to the corner. I was breathing hard. And I was like, in my head, I was like, yo, this, I wasn't even thinking about I wasn't even worried about my bones. I was like, yo, my chest is burning, and why am I so tired? My legs were so heavy.
Yes.
As well. And I was like, this is the first round.
Yeah.
And then second round. But I think the weird thing in the first round, the fight started when I got hit in the face. Then I woke up. I feel like, okay, now I'm in a fight. So now let's fight.
Sometimes how that happens.
That happens. Yeah. So I'm like, and then, okay, let's fight. Now we're fighting. And in the second round, I was as tired, but like, I think my body was like, okay, this is where we are right now, so let's just go. And then
it's a roller coaster round.
So I just had to push as hard as I can, and I was just pushing it. Like I was like the whole time, like because I could tell like the guy's hands, like his hands were good. I was like,
so you can they good boxing.
Yeah,
very good boxing. Yeah.
I was like, yo, he has good boxing.
He came with that body shot the whole time, very quick. Bop bop bop. Yeah.
I felt that
on the liver.
Yeah. I felt that one, but the rest I didn't feel. And the leg kicks, the weird thing about the leg kicks, I only felt them after the fight. But during the fight, I could feel, okay, he kicked, but I was like, okay, I could take this.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
And then I felt that one body, and then the rest I really didn't feel. I felt like I was covering up everything.
Yeah.
So
no, you did. You had your elbows nice and tight. That was the one thing. Is, like a few good things was you really blocked up, even under pressure. You closed up everything. So you went. He was throwing a lot, but you were covering up with a lot, and you weren't also trying to like. A lot of people try to block or dodge everything. Like they panic. If you just hold, you're gonna get hit, but then you don't give the guy an opening because he might be fast as you open, then he hits you, and then you fuck. Yeah. But you cover up well.
Yeah, I do. Yeah, I think even my reaction time on that, I was like, okay. Yeah, I was very zoned in and like protecting myself for some reason. Like I feel like in a fight, defense is like very important. So only like the offensive part.
Yeah.
Even though I do like striking, but I also like I try to be mindful. Like yo, fuck, keep it up or try to defend yourself somehow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that one was very. Yeah, that round, the second round was tough.
Those are only 2-minute rounds.
2 minutes.
Yeah. So the amateurs do 2 minutes only.
It feels like 10 minutes.
That's crazy. And the break feels like it's 10 seconds. But it was a minute and 30 seconds.
No way.
A minute 30.
I felt like I just got there, you spoke, back in. I'm like, okay, this feels good.
Yeah.
Sure. And then the thing with that fight, the thing about the fights actually, there's certain moves that I know I can do, but when I'm in the fight, they don't come out. So it's like certain things are just like my brain. I think my brain and my body haven't connected properly yet.
Yeah.
So there's certain things I want to do, but they don't like come out. So there's certain things, moves I had in my head, but they were not available, so I couldn't pick them. But then that was happening a lot. And then I was trying to third round. I saw an opening where I was like, hey, I think I could knee this guy in the face. But I just couldn't get his head down. I was like, fuck. I keep on missing, but I keep on finding like openings within the knee.
Yes,
like, okay,
it's there. It's there.
Yeah, it's like, if I could just bring his head down, I could get this knee. Because I was like, right now, I feel like I need to get him out of here. I'm just like done. I just need to. Then I couldn't find that. I was like, okay.
It's like, it's not easy to remember to pull and lift your knee at the same time. So it's usually like it's easy to bring your knee up, but then the pull doesn't happen. So that's why when you guys are training, then I tell you don't lift your knee on the pull, because then some of you get it and you pull through like you're supposed to, and you pull right into the person in their knee. So that's not good. But the main thing is to get the once you grip it, then you just imagine pulling your elbows down to your hips as you are throwing. So pull them down, and that motion, it's like always there. It really is. It's quite a simple thing. Like if you guys clinch, like I'll irritate you guys with just doing that, because it's always there, because you sometimes sitting like this. You don't look for that lead arm, but it's very. And you were throwing it nicely the other night. So I think this Friday we'll clinch, and then you're just gonna work a lot on that, like pull the neck, knee, sweep, because those are good for sweeps. Because then the guy has nothing to hang on to, so his arms wail and he goes down. Yeah. So it's like you got the pull which is, you create the motion with the pull, and then you got the one where you pull on his neck, but just with your arms, and then you basically stand in still, or maybe a slight turn, and you just trip him, or you knee him, and you just push and pull him backwards the whole time. And because your arms are in, he's got like nothing to grip onto. You can't grip if he grips your head, he makes it worse for himself. Because now, knee to the face and so on.
I think my style's gonna like change throughout, like as the more like I progress, because I know like certain fighters like fighting a certain way, and as time goes by, they probably like do progress or change up their style a little bit.
So I think what's happening is the same with what I said to you about like
I'm finding my style.
you're finding your style. The same as like when you're throwing a power punch. Don't think that's hard yet. Like don't give yourself a limit. So your style is like maybe loading like at the low load now, like 5%, where you got moves that you fall back to and you can land them almost all the time. Then you have other moves that you're like, oh, this is good, but you haven't used them so often, so you're not throwing it fluid yet. So you can't be, if you're thinking about the move, then you haven't worked it enough. So whatever you throw in the fights, that's why I try to watch and see what you're doing. So you threw a lot of elbows and knees in the other fights, so now we put in more work on that. So to make sure that the ones you did throw in that fight, which was a lot in the second fight, if it was a little bit crisper on certain things, it would have done better. And you obviously go to that because you threw a lot of them. So we're working, that's why we're doing the clinch and then get those elbows in. So once you get it like brain, body together, then you just gooi it. The elbows always last because you can't elbow people in the face in sparring. So you don't practice it as much. So what I want to do is, that's why we are just on the one day doing just that and just working us two on it. Yeah.
But the weird thing that, but then that fight, I don't know, when I lost the fight, even like, I don't feel like I lost. Like, hearing the decisions, like, oh, it's like, not that I didn't think I lost, I didn't feel like the fighter was better than me.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I felt actually. Even though the decisions I did lose, I didn't feel like the fighter was better than me. In there. I was like, okay, maybe I'll need to like improve on certain things and just work on certain things. Then,
I think it just depends, because some of the rules are sometimes different in certain areas. So sometimes the rule system that we use, it's every shot that lands, which is a problem, because if the other guy is just boxing a lot and landing 3 shots and you kicking and teeping only, he's getting 3 points and you getting 2. So he keeps going up and you going only 2. But because it's every shot that lands significantly, it's a point. So, and in like a Thai style rule, the more you elbow and knee, the more they score. They like to score kicks to the body and head, and then maybe legs, they might score a little lower. Okay, but you can do damage, but they don't score as much as like a knee to the body. And then punches, they like hardly score, type of thing. So because it's the other way around in this system, where you get for every strike, it's a point. That's why if you're going to have that happen, you can't let it go the entirety of the fight. Or if it does, you have to have thrown significant hard shots at him too. So that's why I always say, when you throw in and on the exit you throw that last kick, that will keep your points even. But that's the thing, it's like when you watch the fight, it's like, who landed more strikes? Okay, this person. Who was more Muay Thai? Okay, this person. Okay, then how do you decide who wins on different scoring systems? So that's why some people say, don't tell your fighters, don't let it go to the judges. My thing is, while you're fighting, make sure you win that round by banging him and dropping him, or banging him that he has to have an 8 count. Then that means you won the round. Don't allow it to be a brawl and then you're like, did I win, did I not win? So if you knee him to the face and he drops, 8 count. Okay? If you body rock him, drops to the knee, 8 count. So you just need one of those in the round to make sure you won. Because if you get an 8 count, then you basically are really behind in points, because then it can come down to the 1 point. So you got to hurt him every round, or really put in a lot of significant shots. If he hits you twice, you hit him 3 times no matter what. 4, you hit him 5. and you make sure all 5 land like hard. And then that means you'll win the round. And then in that case, if you knock him down with a TKO again, he'll lose the fight. Or if you KO him with the hard shots, he'll lose the fight. Or if you go to points, he'll lose the fight. So you keep like your scorecard as high as possible. So knowing the rules is also a good way to manipulate the fight. So, and sometimes the Thais will watch the whole fight in the entirety, see what you look like during the rounds, see who shows better Muay Thai, who's more confident. So it's a different scoring system everywhere. So we just got this one where it doesn't favor you to let it go to the judges. Yeah. They do a good job and they see what they see. They just have to watch. They don't have no TV to slow it down. So they have to see what they see and they score what they score. And because of the rules, they are binded in a certain scoring way. So you want to like go for it.
Make sure it's like
8 makes sure it's done.
Yeah, I know clear winner.
Because if you drop him in the round, that's definitely your round. And then the amateur, I always get this messed up because I forgot it the last time and then it changed. So in the amateur, I think it's 3 knockdowns in the whole fight or 3 in one round. Something. And then 4 for the pros. I can't remember. Anyway, I always make sure of it because I always get it wrong. So if you drop him in the first round and he gets an 8 count, right? Or you knock him and the ref has to step in and give him an 8 count. Or he throws up, ref gives him an 8 count. You won that round, for sure. Unless that happens to your ass. Because you got too confident. You're like, oh, knocked it.
I need to watch out for that, actually.
Yeah, so don't get too like cocky. You can do it, but have your fucking hands up. So as I say, when you guys are training, talk, but do the Muay Thai properly. So if you can like fucking laugh at him with your hands up, fuck it. Just don't talk to him because you get into trouble. You're not allowed to swear or talk to each other really. You can like laugh at each other. You you can't have too much buffoonery because you're an amateur. When you go pro, you get a little more leeway. Like if you like tap your leg, it's okay. But if you're amateur, hey, don't tap your leg. Fight, just fight. You haven't earned the tap of the leg.
I think I'd be like, I don't know, like how I'd deal with like being taunted, like in a fight. I think I'd be like, how it would play with me.
So
Like,
some guys don't like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I can get irritated.
Yeah.
Like,
Use the irritation for like to fuel your aggression because it's very similar. When you get irritated and aggression's like similar like line. So use it to like step in but don't use it to just swing and a miss. Step in and swing. You catch him on the inside. Get more aggressive and in his face and just go for him. No matter what he hits you with, as he throws, you bang him. You don't even care. Because it's also it's mentally for the other guy, it's like torture as well. It's like, I'm banging this guy, he's pushing me back, I'm flooding him with stuff, he's just pushing in with this mad look in his eye. Yeah, exactly. So it's an effective strategy that I like to employ, and you just got to be careful because it's obviously the guy knows you're coming forward, but a lot of the time, whatever he's trying to do, if you stay close enough to him, you can mitigate the stuff. When he throws a spinning thing, obviously you're walking forward, so that's why your hands are up very high, and so on and so on. And you react, no matter what he does, you try to react to something. So it's a thing.
Can see more when
And if he's falling backwards, then you have an upper hand. Yeah.
I'm in control.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll say the second fight with Ezra as well. That one, yeah. Yo, I was so fueled for that one. I really wanted to win that one.
So what does that? So you really wanted to win, and you're fueled. Does there anything else? Because that, if you can take that,
I really wanted to win that one.
take that into this fight.
Yeah.
So take the second fight, the aggression, and all the stuff that we've been working on and made better. Take that, and then put that into this fourth fight. Because that was a good combination. We got better at the things that you like to throw. So you were throwing those long knees, and it's good.
Nice.
It works very nicely. That's why I was saying, don't let them push you back. Just push forward and then you go. Just, yeah, that's good.
Yeah, I felt comfortable throwing those. As soon as those like opened up, like yo, like my hip just felt so nice, just thrusting my hip and just throwing the knee. Like so that I need that aggression for like the second one.
Yeah, that was good work when you if you throw in the knees from that long range, because you're working on just on the wrist and so on. So I think it's like a good fit because things come out. Like that's why, as I said, your style's still coming out because there's moves you might have not worked yet and you like it, or you might have they don't feel right. You got to go past that like not feeling right part, and then
because there's certain moves that I like using, but like sometimes they just don't work for me.
So usually the case is usually not that the move doesn't work, because all the moves work. Like if you're using them by themselves and you hit the guy in the right spot with the move, it will be effective. The part comes to, have you put enough time into the move? Have you worked it like only on all different equations, and have you perfected it? Can you do it slowly? Like how long have you put into it? Because some moves, like I didn't like to clinch when I started. I didn't know what I was doing. And then now I love to clinch. If you want to clinch, that's my favorite thing. We'll clinch. So sometimes because you don't know what you're doing, you kind of like, oh, fuck this shit. Like with this program I use now, I was like, fuck it. Fuck, I can't get this thing right. It like took me hours. And then I sorted it out. And
now you're better at it.
Yeah, now I'm like, I can at least get it to do the basics that I needed to do. It's probably not right or perfect yet, but you know, you clicked a few, someone else might click a few or tweak it.
You'll put it together.
Yeah. But I was like so upset with this thing because I was like, oh, it's not working.
I can picture like, because you're not even like into like, never recorded anything, right? So like, use like a recording software.
I used one other program. It was Audacity or Audacity thing. Like I used that because that was fine for just myself, but I couldn't figure it out to get two mics working. So I just found this program, and then this program just had to do a few clicks, but I had to watch a few videos, and because I know nothing about it, so I was like, okay, watch a few videos, and at least I had a conversation with someone else and recorded it, and when you push play, you could hear everyone, so it worked out. But yeah,
no manual, nothing.
No. I did some YouTube videos. I was like, how do you set up this mic? And then one person would say this and one person would say this. So I was like, fuck, I'll do both these shits. Yeah. So that's how I figured it out, because my main thing was that I was hearing myself in my own mic.
Okay.
And then I was like, click, click, yeah, fuck it. And I was by myself, so I had to talk in that one and tap this one and listen. Yeah. I had no one to like talk to. And then after hours, I got it, and then I had Sheldon the next day. So I stayed up late, like trying to fuck it out. Yeah.
Because now you're gonna record someone.
Then I had Sheldon, and everything was right. And then just the one cable wasn't in properly, so it wasn't working. I was like, okay. And then it worked. I was like, okay. So sometimes when you really need it, you fucking sort it out.
It's gonna work out. It's the pressure. It's the pressure.
So are you the only one that will rap or perform in, like, what do the other guys do, or do different things, or can you do different things?
Yeah, so basically I mostly do the rapping.
Okay.
And then the other guys that I'm with, who basically we do like the same thing and we work together. Jordan is the camera guy.
Yes.
He does everything. He's the camera guy.
Okay.
He's the producer. He's the mixing engineer.
Okay.
He's the mastering engineer.
Okay. So does he work with stuff like this?
Yeah, he works with stuff like this.
Physical or
stuff. So I also work with stuff like this. So
Okay.
I can also definitely do that, like the mixing and the mastering as well.
Yes.
Because I actually went to college as well for audio engineering.
Yeah.
And then I graduated in that.
So you all can do the different things,
We
but
all can
you
do
rap
like,
more, and then
I rap more, and then the other guys do more of the stuff. So it's more like what everyone is good at.
Yeah.
So
Maybe enjoy doing, you know?
Yeah, what you enjoy doing the most. So I
Yeah.
enjoy the writing and actually like performing in front of the mic more. So we all just put that in there. And then so Jordan does all that. He actually sings as well.
I was gonna ask, do any of them perform
They all
anything?
sing.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
Jordan sings, He actually sings, raps.
Yes.
But he doesn't. Well, I don't know. He likes the background stuff more.
Okay.
But yeah, but he also enjoyed the music.
But at least he can do.
But he can do,
He likes
yeah.
to do a little. It's nice to know like a little bit of everything, but then you like focus on one thing
It's
more.
one thing, but he's so good. He's
Okay.
so good. It's crazy how good they are actually. And then Cam, he also produces, and then he also raps. And
Okay,
then,
nice.
Yeah, produces, raps, and into styling as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, into fashion and stuff.
Okay,
So styling,
okay.
fashion. And then Shima, he's just a DJ,
Yeah.
the audio engineer guy.
This.
So personal DJ.
Nice.
And then he can also do like the audio engineering. That's his strong suit, I guess. But like usually when we're out in shows, he does not even bother to
Really?
do that. Like he'll get there and act clueless.
Who does it then?
So usually when we get to shows, I'll have to so I'll know usually there's always something wrong.
Oh
I
yeah,
know,
okay.
This guy, the mic is too loud.
Yeah.
Th-
But you can sort that out.
But we could sort all of that. Like all of us have the capability to sort out everything. But when we get to the venue, we know what's wrong, and no one wants to take responsibility.
Because then you have to be like accountable the whole time. There.
Accountable the whole time. So no one. But then usually, because they're supposed to have. Usually, when you go out to performance, you're supposed to have your own engineer at the club or whatever it is that you perform in, whatever platform it is. But usually, in these spaces, they don't. So if you don't know what's going on, sometimes that could hinder your performance in a way.
And do they let you do your thing
if
there?
You just go there this is a little bit off. Just cut the bass frequency of my voice a little bit there. Just up my highs a little bit and then put my volume here.
Yes.
And then the nice thing is there's so many of us who go out to shows when we perform, is that I'll have someone there who will monitor for me and they'll hear what's going on, and that kind of helps.
I was going to ask if it's nice to have someone that can do everything in the group.
Yeah.
Then if you need something, okay, look, this is off and this is then
off,
they can
this
just
is
do the
Just
thing.
go in and do the thing, and all of them are capable of doing that. So
Yeah.
that's very easy.
Yeah.
It's just the video guy is taking videos. I'm rapping. There's the DJ who can do everything, but decides not to do everything.
Yes.
And then there'll be.
But if there's a huge problem, I'm sure you'll jump in.
We jump in, yeah.
Okay, he's
I
caused an
know what's going on
emergency.
I know what's going on too. I can fix everything here.
Yes.
If there's a speaker would go wrong, I know. Okay, you can just go fix that.
But I think that's cool, because if you rap in and say the speaker fucks out and you go and sort it out while you're busy rapping, it's mad, because now you're not just the rapper. You can do whatever you need done. No one's oh, you're just a rapper. No, but I do all the stuff, and that works out nicely. Okay.
And it's nice as well to have a group of friends to help you in your pursuits more than anything.
Yeah.
And everyone enjoys doing what they're doing.
Nice.
And it's not oh, do you want to do this? No, it's yo, what's the next thing that we need to do to be able to do this, so we can just create more and just do more exciting stuff. So it's always nice to have a group of people who are in that journey with you, just to do that.
And it's cool because it seems like everyone has their thing that they do, so everyone focuses more on that, instead of some in a band or something. Someone might be oh, I don't get enough FaceTime, or you talk too much.
Right. Yeah.
It's nice. It's almost okay, you have to do this and you're doing this, and you, as I said, you got the exciting three things of rapping and performing two arts at the same time while rapping over the video. If you that's for all of you guys, it involves all of you. It can be a break or a huge thing for you guys going that way. Imagine when your video plays somewhere, you see it online or someone shows it to you, it's you fighting and performing, or just performing and show some of your it hits everywhere for some people. People dig performing, and then everyone most people fighting, and you're putting it together, and then they're wow, this fucking Oak's rapping it himself. Yeah, I think that's a cool little thing to do. I dig the videos.
Because we were the thing, how we even started with us, how are we gonna, it was more of trying to figure out how are we gonna just push out more of the things we enjoy doing.
More content.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was okay, why don't you just add things that you do outside of just the music?
Yeah, because that can take up, you get great footage from it.
Yeah.
Take a 30-second clip of both, and you know, in a minute, and it's two completely different things. You hit, you get a lot of people's attention with the two different things. which is cool. Like that's I think like what mostly people are doing, they're like doing like not just one thing, like they focus on this, but this side of things also can get them fame. And then they already fame on that side, and it comes together. Like fighter knows he raps now, rapper knows he fights now, and it just keeps building. Someone actually from the gym, I sent them Jordan's digits or his Instagram because they want to make some films with them doing some training and stuff for their own like social media and stuff like that.
It's like a business venture there on its own as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's what we're so trying to do, like just trying to grow that and put it like in a business model. So we're really like trying to focus on like if we can package all of that and be able to sell it in somewhat way and be able to get revenue from what we do.
Yeah.
That's the main thing what we're trying to figure out right now.
Would you sell it like in a sense if an artist comes to you and wants to get you guys to film for them and then have say like sound engineers and location?
Location, yes.
Okay,
that's what we're trying to figure out as now. So we're trying to figure out how we can each individually gain monetary value from our art.
Exactly.
As much as we love doing this, because we also really want to make money from it.
Yeah.
To be able to like take it way further, right now. So how we can do that right now is literally to sell whatever we're doing. So either pitch it to everybody who needs content created, then Jordan can make money through that, and anyone who needs music mixed, we can also do that.
Yeah.
Also trying to maybe host events soon. That'll be nice.
Where would you host them? Place you play at?
So play like thrift stores.
Yeah, okay.
Club spots. We could do that. We're trying to find maybe other venues as well. Where we can actually start like setting up shows.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like great talent in Cape Town.
Yeah.
And we know a lot of like musicians as well who are like really, I feel like their work is so great.
Just get out there.
They just need more visibility.
I think that's like a lot.
That's
the one thing.
That's the one thing. Because everyone's skill set is at a high level, but just that there's no platforms for everyone's art to be seen at a larger scale. So
no, not with the other stuff that's out there, and then you like your stuff's just underneath it. And you got to like push you just need like one thing to be seen, and then all the good stuff that you've been doing that looks like that, but it's just the one video that gets seen or one post or whatever, and
that's
you
go
so that's why I like the videos, how they're made, because it shows off the gym part of your life, which is advertising from my side. So the better you do, the better it's seen, and so on and so on. So I do like it's like a network of media, like adverts, and then someone else, you post about someone and they post about your stuff, they make a video with your stuff, and that only goes a long way. Like I think that's the best way to do it. It's fine. Like I'm not gonna do it. I'll tell you right now. Like people are like, oh, you should do this, make a video. Look at that's what I do. Fucking 20 seconds. No, you're doing this wrong. Can fuck off. Like I get comments on some of the videos. Oh, this guy's not doing the right technique. I'm like, guys, I don't want to start to worry about comments. But I laughed. I'm like, everyone's on a different level.
It's a different level, obviously.
Someone's like, oh, look at this coach. He's just filming. He doesn't even teach the people properly. I'm like, okay.
They don't even see you when you teach it.
Yeah.
Just so like a short
I'm
clip.
fucking showing you everyone.
Yeah.
So, and they're like, oh, tell this guy to keep his hand up. I understand, okay, it's easy to watch a video and then say it, but then I don't want to say, oh, I'm going to beat you up or something, because that's just silly. But come in and do it, and then see if you can keep your hand up, firstly, not bring your hand back. Like, just so you know, and you can come train for free. I don't mind. If I just want you to understand it before you start shouting bullshit.
Yeah, on it.
So when I film, it's just whatever. But then those videos, like you posted, and then there was another guy that came in that filmed for us. I posted it the other day, your video, and then some of the newer stuff that I've got.
Yeah, you get to see like how the Muay Thai really is in the training.
Yeah.
It shows it a little bit better.
Exactly. The thing is,
see what you're really working on.
It's pointless to just give. Say, for instance, okay, like who's your best at the Muay Thai? It might be X person, this person, you would be in the mix, and then they watch what you're doing. But then when you get to a certain level, then the coach needs to show his Muay Thai, because he can only teach it as good he is. So sometimes, like with the videos, if they see me doing it, that's my limit of teaching. I can get you there. When you see the class, you only see people that are all kinds of levels: fitness, not fighting, want to fight, more aggressive, bigger, stronger, all kinds of things. I laugh at the people. Like, I just kind of like, I used to comment, and now I'm just like, oh, whatever. It's too silly. I'll let someone come film. I'll make short videos. It'll be fine.
Leave it at that.
Yeah.
I say social media could, like, if you stay in your comments, don't stay.
Yeah, no, you can't.
Yeah.
There's always something with something.
Someone's always gonna comment on something.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
And so I just
knowing the full context of the situation. Like,
and if it's a short 30-second video, you also, I'm not talking, I'm letting the people can hear what we're up to and so on. But yeah, it's the same when you fight. It's like, oh, why did you get kicked in the head?
Yeah, it's like, why didn't you just kick him at that spot where
Come here, you motherfucker. I'll show you. We won't even fight. I want to put a timer on. You sprint for 2 minutes, flat out, non-stop, right? Do it. And then you play chess afterwards, you bitch. And then we see. You won't even make the 2-minute sprint. Never mind the chess game. So I like always to also like inform the people, especially when they train. So now they know, when at least when they shout, they're not going to be obnoxious fans. They're going to be knowledgeable fans. Like, okay, your hands were down. You're obviously really tired. You can't keep your hands up all the time. It doesn't matter. Yeah, it's just you got to stay away from those people's.
Those are the words. Because I've had even once like, why didn't you just hit him when he was open there? It's like, whoa. Like, you don't know what was going on. Like, me and this guy in the ring.
Fucking each other up.
Fucking each other up. My body, I'm tired. My body's going through a lot.
Train killers,
You know? I'm probably, that opening that you see, I probably don't see it.
Yeah.
I'm in the actual situation. So I'm probably thinking of a leg kick, maybe. While you're thinking of that, his head being open. I probably don't even see that.
Yeah, that's the thing, like, because obviously the crowd shout stuff, and maybe they see something, or they just want you to head kick. You never know.
No, yeah.
So you go for the head kick, and maybe the guy's blocking the whole time or something. But
the nice thing, hey, when you win with the fights, sometimes I can hear you.
Yeah.
Like in the last one, I could hear you when you like spin. Okay, just spin.
And there was that's what a lot of people are telling me. They're like, "Yo, you threw a lot of spinning elbows." I was like, "Yeah, they were looking good." So elbows are definitely a thing. So we gooi them.
Just spin the whole time.
And see, as we train, you also hear, because I use the same terminology, and I try not to use like the full word, or like when I say spin, it could be any spin. You know, I don't want. It's not too specific. It could be any spin, but the spin on that second is like just a short little command. It's not like a sentence. It's just all you can hear is one thing: spin, and you spin.
And I knew.
Yeah, and it works.
I just knew what was going on. Like spin.
So when you spin in, your spins are all nice, and then the guy just went a bit back. So you pressure him a bit, same like we've been doing, and then you spin into him. So everything's coming along. Even with the elbows in the second fight, where sometimes you swung and miss, you just won't step in every time. So you pressure on his arms, and then you step him as you go in, and it's there. Like, it's looking good now. Your elbows are hurting. That's a good sign. And when we spar, then we throw a few light ones, so you get your brain used to the gaps. So yeah, I think we're good. You're still gonna have the pads on though, elbow pads and shin pads.
Do you know how big the gloves gonna be?
So what were they last time? 10 or 8? Because you stay there. 10. Yeah,
10.
you're on 10 then.
So the mad fit fight, that was 8.
Oh really?
Yeah, that was 8. Yeah, those are super light.
So I don't know.
And then this last one,
10.
The MMA Elite, yeah, that was 10.
I think maybe because maybe that's all they had, or it's some change. I don't know. So you'll probably fight between maybe. I think maybe your first one was 8 because you were both 58 kgs,
Yeah.
and I think it's under 59 is 8 ounce, and then 61 and over, or 60 and over is 10 ounce. Yeah. So
probably might be 10.
yeah. So 10's so you, if you float, if you like had a fight, okay, it's 58, and we take a 58 fight, then you just like one day 58, then you'll go 8 ounce probably. Yeah. Sometimes I don't. It's not that the rules change so often. It's that there's so many technicalities in the rules sometimes. So I always make sure on the day of certain things. But the gloves are because of your weight. That's just you in the middle of that weight difference, which is crazy because most people never fight 8 ounce because they're not that light. So you could fight 8 and be like, oh, fuck, and then you got 10s.
The 8s feel great. The 8s feel like I just, like there's nothing. I just like my hand. Now imagine the one championship guys with like the 4 ounce gloves.
Yeah.
Yo.
So from using your 16 ounces when you go and fight, so imagine them with the MMA gloves or you with your 8 ounce gloves. Your hands are so small and they feel like, now you just went from the 8 and you thought that was nice. Now going from 16 to even the 10, that's a lot of weight on your arms. You're going to be like, yo. But the guys if they do 16 ounce gloves and then they fight with the MMA gloves, then their hands must feel crazy fast. Because there's like no weight on it. Just 8 ounce or something.
Now that the MMA I think it's 4 as well.
4 ounce. It's 4 ounce. Yeah.
4 ounces.
And the thing is, like when you catch, you can catch a little bit differently. So when you elbow, you can pull maybe harder. Or when you got the arms, you got your thumbs a bit. So you can manipulate the hands a bit better. And you can elbow. I think you can do a lot of those straight ones because you can get a better angle. I don't know. It just seems with a thumb, you got a lot more options.
Especially because when we like spar and I don't have the gloves, it does feel like if I can use my thumbs and stuff, I have more control.
Exactly.
Like I feel more comfortable.
Yeah, that's why I try to do the most of the stuff with gloves because to get used to like this like whatever this normal grip is with the thumb, and then the thumb next to the hand is the cupping that you usually use. So you usually catch on the yeah.
You can't be gripping with your finger.
Yeah, because if you do that, also your finger gets fucking mangled. But then too, you don't have your thumb in the fight. Then you're gonna be like, I can't catch. Like, thumb's stuffed. But it's like it's you sprinting and fighting at the same time because it's so fast. So it's not, you have to. I don't know. Sometimes shots happen.
Yeah, minimize the dangers.
Yeah.
And you breaking.
Your thumb's not going to be fun.
But
I don't see them breaking their thumbs very often. But I know in training, when you get hit on the thumb when you're not wearing gloves, it hurts like so much. It's not fun. So it's like similar to what happened to your thumb there, but worse. Because then it pulls here on the joint. It hurts on the joint more. And it's like swells up. It's but that's making contact with something. There's some feedback. So your body always gets like after your fights, I'm sure you felt it. You're like, fuck, I want to go home.
I want to go, yeah.
Fuck off everything. Home time.
Like after the fights, I can't sleep. Like I'll sleep late. Like every time, like I'll go back home.
Yeah.
Or just like, but
too pumped.
Too pumped, and I don't want to be alone.
Everything's like you're on the fucking high alert. You switch your body over. You're like, what? Everything's ready to go.
Like I can't sleep. But then the next day, the pain, worse. Because the first fight, my legs, I couldn't move them at all. I couldn't move. I don't remember this guy hitting me this much.
Yeah, but
did
it
he
hurts.
hit me that much? Like I couldn't walk properly.
Just 4 would have been enough. So he would have thrown the 4 at least.
For my legs to keep up like that.
But the thing is, the muscle, obviously, you don't want it thick because that hurts more. So the leaner it gets, but it takes time because you've got to chop it and it comes a little bit better, and then you train the training. So sometimes the legs are heavy and those leg kicks are killer. And the day after the fight is usually the worst.
When you really feel
then you know what's sore. Don't think on the day. After the fight, if you saw in that place, that's where you got hit or injured.
So the first one, that was where I felt the most pain. First one, my legs, and then the second one, I had like a little bit of a bump on my head.
Is it?
That healed for like, that was so small no one could notice it.
Okay.
That healed within a day.
I think you told me or you showed me. I can't remember. Yeah. Okay.
That healed within like a day. Because there was an elbow that got in that I felt from him. But then that healed within a day. And then this one, I had nothing on my body. I didn't feel anything like
This last one.
The last one, yeah. And the next day, I just went to, I didn't feel anything.
Yeah. I think you like for the fighters when you start throwing elbows, then they remember they can throw elbows because they're not throwing, and then as soon as you throw, they're like, oh, and then when you spin, they spin. I'm like, yeah, you can't call it out any other way because they're gonna know elbow when they get hit with it. But every time you throw, then they start throwing. I see them because especially that straight one.
Yeah, they're like, oh, this exists.
Then they bust those in, and I'm like, yeah, fucks now. There's nothing else I can call. Okay, we've been training it longer. We've been training it longer, so we're gonna be more crisp. But I always laugh at when they do certain things and then they do the same thing.
It's like I just revealed the treasure. And
Yeah.
oh, there's treasure there. Let's just take it as well.
It's like they just need that thing to see that it actually does work, because they've been like working it for so long and they've been said it like it's not right yet. But the thing is also, the more you say it's not right, like the more effort you put into it. Then when you go to the fight, you see the difference between someone that's been training for 2 years and like messing around with elbows, and then someone that's been training for 2 years but doing a lot of elbows. The guys obviously that's put in the more work, just practicing it, he's going to throw more. So that's also what they might throw them, but you throwing them better and harder. And you know when, like, they just not throwing. They just like, oh, fuck, I remember, yeah. Now you're already training wheels off and you slashing, so they're going to copy, but they won't have everything unless they've drilled it.
Yeah, because I can also, like, I'm starting to see when, like, there's an opening in them. So I'm starting to see that a little bit better.
Yeah, there's lots of openings. As soon as you get that, like, when we practice, like, oof, it'll just be like, there's one. Like when we train, it's difficult when we spar because you don't get that one dangerous factor that is the elbow. So when the guys just charge in the real thing, you just elbow them, and you can't obviously do it now. So they don't get that risk factor. So it's good to train with people that are control, and then you can see it come in instead of walking into it. That's what people do. They like cut each other open and so on. Okay. I've never been cut open on any of that, so I don't want you guys to, because then you have to go have stitches and the fight won't happen. Yeah. Have you ever had any cuts on the eyebrows?
Yeah, I have. No, not my eyebrow. Actually, just here on the forehead.
Oh, okay.
When he would like a metal pole.
Oh, shit.
And I started bleeding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But the head bleeds a lot.
Yeah.
When you see your blood, if you do get elbowed and you see your blood, then you just gotta go back to the zone, because some people, like, also when they see their blood,
Freak out.
they just get, it's weird, like it's a freak out, yes, but it's like a different freak out to like if they can't find their car keys or something. They like panic and they like keep rubbing it. And you gotta just keep tight, because the guy's now gonna come for you. He's gonna try to open you more.
Blood now, like,
So, if it's up top here, big one, they call the fight. Like a few guys I saw, it was like a monster one here from the cheek. Because you hit the bone and then the skin just splits. And I've seen some ugly ones when I was reffing. Like the guy stepped in with a spear elbow and split the dude's forehead, like open. You can see the white, so like that fatty stuff. Oh, it's hectic. I saw one here on the cheek, and maybe a lip or two, but cut. Some on the eyebrows, a few guys. That like top one that comes down, you just split the eyebrow and then it bleeds like crazy. Yeah, no. Elbows will cut you open. That's why I like them so much, because it's one elbow is effectively how many punches do you have to throw before you cut the guy open?
Probably a couple.
So it's
I would just
like,
throw one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you knee the shit out of his body. Yo, it's like it's harsh. Taking a big knee to somewhere, yeah. Your organs just say nah. But I don't want this. I want to take a lay down. You either come with me or I come through your ass,
No.
Yeah, it's problems. Like I've seen a guy drop, and then that guy that threw up.
Yeah, that was weird. I've never seen Anyone throw up in like a fight before?
I've never seen that, but I know I can understand why, because they both took it late notice and they both are eating not the best because they took it late notice, so they were just eating whatever. So obviously he had a little bit of something, and his stomach usually like goes tight when you fight because you're always squeezing it. So whatever's in there comes out, and obviously he had something in there.
Also as well, hey, I've noticed since you're talking about the tight thing, like after a fight, it's so hard to like take a piss.
Yeah.
Like everything's just like.
It's because you like rage squeezing stomach and your butt, and you're like, and you basically what you're doing is you're doing more than what your body's capable of. That's why it's so sore afterwards, and that's why it doesn't relax. It's like trained to failure, like doing a push-up until your arms burn out. So you're doing the same there, but now your whole body's tense, and someone's hitting you with hard things. Like your shin, you only got that thin sock on. So you still feel the hardness of it. It just doesn't cut you. But it's still hard. Like, it'll still fuck you up. Oof. Yeah. Those are monsters.
Yeah, that's the worst part. It's like just like relaxing after like the fight.
Yeah. Are your hands sore after at all?
No.
Oh, yeah. So maybe as you go and you're gonna elbow more, boxing it'll get harder. So when you do hit, like if you hit like we did at the pads and so on, and when it was burning, that might happen, in the fight. Then you realize, okay, now I got elbows, so and you just go for it.
And the way that when I started fighting, I thought I was gonna be like very into the punching.
And is it? Yeah. Do you like to box?
Not that I like to box.
Yeah.
I was just like, that's the only thing I knew.
That's what I was talking about
earlier.
We talked about it earlier. Saying that that's all you watch, so everyone thinks they can box, Box, yeah.
But I've always been into like karate.
Yes.
And stuff. So when I was a kid, I wanted to do karate. I never got to do that.
Yeah.
So, but I always thought, okay, I'll probably be more into the boxing part of it. But it's like, no.
The boxing, for me, the main reason is because I like the other stuff, the elbows, especially, and the knees and the kicks. So, because you can use all of them, it's not particularly, yes, you can box, but some people start off with kicking. So it's just rare. The most common thing is to box first. But you can go in with anything. You can step in with a knee if you want. First round, do it. You can do whatever. So that's why I don't like to start so much on the boxing side, because everyone, I feel, has a kind of, they can initially throw hands. Better than they could elbow or kick. So I rather focus on the other stuff that does more damage when you get it right. And you can box, you're already like sufficient, you just need to work your arms. So while you working, you got the weights that works your arms. Then when you do box, you don't hurt yourself. It's like a system that we try to do.
I thought I was gonna enjoy that more, but like I enjoy the other stuff, like the kicking more.
Yeah.
Kicking, The kicking is the most challenging part for me.
With just the height, or just the doing it?
It's the height, and like it's the height and the hip thing. Yeah. That's like frustrating me the most. Because I'll want to hit. Sometimes, I don't know, maybe it's because you're tall. So I'll try to go for your body. And then I'll feel that I kicked you here.
Hip.
Instead of your hip.
Yeah.
I'm like.
I feel nothing. And I'm always like, I know you feel it because it hurts. But, so what's happening is because that's your hip height. Like just above mine. So you're able to kick it a little higher. But it's not fluid yet to go like higher than your own hip, because they're a bit tight there. So it's like takes a while, and you want to be relaxed when you throw it. But you want to get the knees. The most important thing is to lift your knee as high as possible first before you roll over. And then you come up on your toes and then you roll over. But again, because one, we're not always sitting on chairs, so our hips are like almost conditioned to be strong in this position to like support us better. If we walked around or jumped or climbed or whatever, it would be a lot easier to get that turning motion. Because when you climb, you might have to twist, or when you like on the ground playing or whatever, you roll in. So a lot of people get tight because they are sitting the whole time, or they cycle a lot. Cycling's good, but also again, it's not really your hips twisting. So it just gets a bit tight. Like if you do push-ups the whole time, you get a huge chest, and you might not be able to put your hands together. So you want to, you got to adapt the body and so on. So you adapting the body to be very flexible, but your hips are obviously tight. Most people suffer from it. Some people suffer from a lack of power, and some people suffer from a lack of flexibility. And it just depends.
Now, but I believe like I can kick way higher. Like I can definitely get my leg up there.
I think you just put the
mic back. Yeah.
No, it's like just cuts out for. It's just like.
Oh, cuts the volume.
Yeah, like I can see you're talking, but I can't hear it. So the one that you put your leg on there and then you like go down is very common because they mostly make the students put their legs up on the ring and then like do that stretch. I don't know if you were in the ring was here.
No, I wasn't here at that time.
So we put our legs on and we stretch. So we only got that at the moment, but like that one's good. And then feet as wide as possible is good. And doing the elbows and then walking your elbows halfway back. And then the other one is to, when you start, is to start medium height and don't kick higher. Because what happens is sometimes you kick higher and then your groin pulls tight and then the whole time you can't do it again. Okay. So you just like low, warm it up slowly. And that's what like I figured out, like warm it up and then, because I was like go for the head kick and I'm like, oh fuck, I'm not doing that now again. But yeah, it's just a mobility thing.
So because I wanna land head kick one day.
Yeah. You just gotta focus on it the whole time. I mean, the main thing is the leg doesn't need like a lot of power when you throw it. It's already so heavy. So hitting the guy anywhere, whether you throw it hard or you just get it up there and you hit him with the heavy part of your leg, hard part, it's gonna hurt him. So that's the beauty of the head kick as well. It's very effective even without the crow cop snapping, break your neck.
As long as it gets there.
Exactly.
It's rocky.
So the same what that guy did. He was flexible and his leg came up very high, and he cracked
just put it
like
there.
over the block. Got him. It was a nice kick.
Like I was like, get up, but as soon as I saw him, like, oh, die.
Yeah, because so the rules is again like if you know the rules, then the better you can prepare yourself. If on 8, if the guy's still down and fucking around, especially if he's an amateur, then you have to call it. So on 9. He stepped up and he was still wobbly, yeah. And you're supposed to be up by 8 by that, and then I can check if you're okay. So unfortunately, because he was wobbly and it was a pro-am fight, it's not worth him going on because he would have got kicked out then. Like that was him half out. So save him for another fight, But you also must know that because sometimes people get upset. Like someone's been knocked out and then the fight's over, and they wake up and they're like, I'm fighting. And it's
apparently they're not. Do you think they're not aware that the fight is over?
According to them, they know nothing. And according to, like, I've never been knocked out. I've been TKO'd, but I've never been, like, going to sleep. But sometimes I would see a punch and then I would just drop. But you don't, maybe the punch didn't seem like it was hard, or you don't remember dropping. You just shoot up. And then there's ones where you're like, your body doesn't want to work with your brain. You're like, your head says lift up, and you like your body's like. So, but when the people get knocked out, the last thing they remember is them fighting, not knocked out. So sometimes the coach has to come in and be like, "Hey, listen, the fight's over," and it's been like 20 seconds, and they're like, "Get off me, I'm ready," and they're so cross, and then they see the replay and they're like. Okay, I got knocked out. So that happens sometimes too. Sure. Like I've seen a guy on a video where it's like he gets knocked out of the ring. So, and then he gets up and he walks to the back like with his hands raised like he won the fight. And then they have to grab him and, tell him he got knocked the fuck out. So yeah, sometimes it's sleep and then where was I? Fight.
So he probably initially thought, okay, got knocked out, but doesn't know that he got knocked out. It's like, oh, if I'm out here, it means
like
the fight is over. Yeah,
I probably won. So I'm walking back to my change and like, I was like, yo, you got knocked out the ring as well. So crazy things happen, and people get knocked, and then they're like, "Hey," and then you get you say funny things or you do funny things, but it's best to call it because you're not coherent. The pros they can go a little longer. If you can get onto your feet, and the cuts aren't too bad, fight. That's the rule, at least for the pros. They can mangle each other.
That's what I was scared of in my last fight when I got rocked. I
Yeah.
was like, yo, I hope they don't stop this.
So I don't even think Shane didn't give you a count for that.
No, he didn't give me a count at all.
So, because your recovery was good, it was so quick. I think because I remember it, you got rocked, and then you just went straight to defensive mode, and you didn't really move much, but you went into defensive mode.
Yeah, I didn't move at all. Like,
I think if you move, you would have wobbled. So I don't think he saw it, which again it's all fair game. You're supposed to show nothing, and when you do, that's usually when you get your cut. So it was good.
I'm kind of very like aware of what's going on in a fight.
Yeah.
Like every single time, I'm like, yo, I'm rocked right now. So, and the weird thing, I was rocked, and I saw like 3 of him.
Yes.
So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stand here, and I'm just gonna when he moves close, I'm just gonna swing. But
Yes.
he never moved into it. So I was like, okay,
Yeah.
let me just not do anything weird. So and I can just try recover. And as soon as I recovered, okay, now. Like,
I think what you can remember is with that is what you did was perfect because you didn't move, so he couldn't see that you wobbled because he only wobbled once, and then you recovered.
then I went to,
So I don't think he saw, or he might have thought, no, you're not wobbled anymore. And then if you do see 3, just remember to it's not supposed to be easy, but all 3 of you are going to punch the same thing. So it doesn't matter what 3rd, 4th, or 6th one you aim for, just aim for the face and swing. Because all of you are seeing the same thing. Bah! Or like what you did is you kept your cool. But if you're able to and you can sustain yourself, past this would be to throw a shot and then just hold, like don't rush him. But what you did was perfect because the ref didn't see it. I saw it because I know you and your chin was here and you're like, I was like,
you're like,
fucking told you to keep your hands up, fucking. Because you went, I was like, okay, I'm gonna let you do your thing. It's a short notice fight. I'm gonna let you do those haymakers like this guy's doing.
It's because he threw one of the, I don't know why I thought it was a good idea to just stop throwing.
Just touch his face and then.
I was like, oh, just go.
So I was trying to call because I saw, okay, you're gonna throw them, and I was trying to call, check distance, and then, but then it didn't work. But it was definitely the right move, hands up. But you also dropped your hands, and then he clocked you with one. But he couldn't put your way hand. That was a backhand of his.
Yeah,
like your face went, and your ankle went, and then you reset, and then nothing. No one called. He didn't rush you, so it's a good feint. Because if he did rush you, at least you were defensive, and he would have to hit you again. But your arms are high. You can't, and you're not going to be silly again to drop your ass because they were telling that. And I was like,
yo, no fuck, I'm not doing that. No, I can't do that again. Like after that, I was like. I went home and I was like, yo, my hands for the whole week when I didn't come out, like my hands have to be up. My hands have to be up.
The thing is, yes, again, everyone explains or says, oh, but your body's exposed. Okay, if I fight the worst shot is exposed because the guy can knee me easier. I have no distance. He can elbow me easier, which is worse than a body kick. And also, I'm not staying there when he kicks me. As he kicks, I react. Like the training is to react to the move, not like wait to get hit. So if you have your hands nice and high, then your elbow weapon's ready to go. And then when he does kick you, if he gets close, you bring it to a medium position. Then you're more closed up. Because for a long distance, then you want to hold and then pull an elbow as he pushes forward. So everyone's got their own style, which you guys will figure it out. Like you'll have some of my stuff, and then you'll put it in your own way. Which you got you like some punches that you got, and the guys must get better as they go. All both of you needed on that overhands was to make sure your jab was touching each other's faces, and then just turn into it more because you guys were just stopping short. So if both of you just touch the face of the one and then throw forward, one of you would be knocked out. Because it was working, it just was, and it was getting through, it was just not finishing properly. So I was like, okay, throw them, fuck it, just check that distance. Especially when you got knocked. That's
like, fuck.
But you tipped him into the corner when he threw a shot, so that is a good reaction thing, because he went flying. It was the perfect.
That one it just opened up and it just, like, yeah, let me just throw this.
If you want to show a video for the tip knocking the guy down, what it's hard, so effective, then that's the type of thing you see. As the guy is midway, he looks like he's going to do something to you, but he's like flying a second later. That's good. That's good.
I found that team.
Yeah.
I was like, finally, through a team. A team can go in.
That's why I'm also putting when you guys are training a lot of that drill. So a lot of having your front foot nice and light and waiting for it and then catching him. Instead of having to step in, you are heavy on your back leg and tap in on your front. So as he throws that roundhouse, you're already light, you can knock him down.
Okay.
So I want to put a bit of that in because you seem to like the tip with the roundhouse. So that move will increase the speed of your tip. Because you're keeping him away with your long hands and you got this leg ready to whip him or to tip him. So I want to put a little more of those weapons in. Because you're using it sometimes, so we're just going to find a better gap for it. Yeah.
And I
think it's good.
My reaction seems to seems to love catching as well.
Yeah.
Like just.
No, catch and then now we have to react. So every time you catch, because if you catch and you don't do anything, then it starts to count against you. As in, yes, Likhaya caught him the whole time, but the other guy initiated the attack and Likhaya didn't do anything. So it needs to be, okay, catch and do something. It doesn't matter what you do. So when we push into the shoulder, that's just the beginning part of it, just so everyone can actually learn it. The real move or the effective fighting move is not to push the shoulder, is to just punch the face. So the same thing happens. You push the shoulder when you drive them down, right? Now you catch the leg, you lift it, you punch and push through their face and they slam the same way, but now they got punched in the face. Or catch, drive the elbow. Or catch, throw the inside swing knee. So just once you have the catch and the movement, then you add all the other stuff. So the punch, you can roundhouse. You can even spin in back elbow. So you catch it here, right? And then you scoop it. You scoop it with the one arm and you twist through with the other. These are very complicated.
I just imagine that in my head right now.
If you get what I like to do is get you almost perfect the spinning elbow. Okay, now, because it's already difficult. Okay, now let's add that one extra thing. You're going to catch a kick here, and then you can scoop and spin. So all that stuff you're doing with this catches, you would go from there, right? So you have the elbow. You can either turn through and then throw the elbow, so as you throw it, or what you can do is you can catch, switch to the one arm, and then you can spin an elbow through. So they're both complicated. You got to put them together. It takes some time. So perfect the one, and then when it happens in the fight, you can easily be like, it just happens. So you're gonna elbow the guy. Yeah, it's good. Because the elbows are looking good. Spinning elbows. I think it's just nice.
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited for it. And the runs are I'm feeling good. My legs feel very thick as well right now.
They're pumped, yeah.
They're pumped.
Yeah.
I was so dead when I went to work after the training session.
Oh, that was a fucking killer, eh?
Oh shit.
That was a compliment of my coach. It's killer.
Yo. They're even asking Likhaya, what's up with you today? Like your energy. What you talking about?
I'm dead.
Leave me the fuck alone.
So that's like explosions the whole time. So it's like also like Brett's is good for all your different motions, movements, and kicks. So you're strong in different areas. That is so that you can throw every shot hard. Like you don't want to throw anything soft. So you do it perfectly, but it's hard every time. So those explosive exercises that we did is to get you there, like 2 explosive exercises together. Pull up with the knees and a burpee is killer. that bouncing thing.
Jump,
Yeah,
bouncing
exactly,
everywhere, keep going.
exactly. What hits you like the most on the, like, is it the cardio or his legs suffer more, back or arms?
It's fuck. It's my legs. Like it gets to a point where like now that thing, I was dying on that thing. Where you have to go the burpee and you have to jump up. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah, it's good.
And then the tire, I felt fun with the tire. But then,
The tires just
I
like
can
keep
push.
going. Yeah.
With that was fun, but so tiring. But then
The
what
box.
kept me with the box? What kept me going is how fun it was just jumping up like a frog. And then like, I sometimes have to make them fun in my head. So like, I don't know, yeah. So the jumping up and down with the box, that was fun.
You got to do something,
You gotta do something. And
to
then
make it interesting.
At the end with just kneeing up with my leg on that bar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The
row.
rows. Yeah.
That was horrible.
Yeah.
The first round was like okay. The last round was
Yeah,
horrible.
they kill it.
I couldn't even like lift it. Like
Yeah.
I felt like it was even just lifting just a tad bit off the ground.
No, that's a good one because obviously it's a burpee, and then all your weight's on one leg. But again, like that's why they make you run so much. So they don't want your legs, because your legs usually are the first things to go. Like maybe your arms are tired, but they're up, but your legs get tired, then your whole body gets tired. So they want you to work more with legs, kicks, and getting kicked and running and just explosive stuff. Because even though your arms are up there, if your legs give out, your arms are fresh, you're fucked. So it's legs, and core work, legs and core, mad push-ups, and like with our push-ups that we did, I wanted to get the muscles bigger so that we can keep the power, but bang that, lean in.
My shoulders feel huge right now. My arms feel huge. Yo, my back.
It's fucking keeping that shit up. Yeah, it's good. So that's like all the push-ups. Now you see it because when you were doing it, you're breaking the muscle down the whole time. Now, whether or not you know it, you're getting a rest. Like your shoulders aren't doing as much as 500 every day. So then the muscle's just gonna pump.
My body was so every day. And then imagine the thought, like I know, okay, tomorrow I'm gonna go do the same thing.
Yeah. They always show those videos of like Muay Thai, and then the coach starts with Muay Thai is pain. Like if you don't like pain, then Muay Thai is not for you, because everything is pain. Your first day, I'm gonna skip. Fuck, there goes your toes, or
To the skip.
stretch.
Used to love
Oh
it.
god.
Yeah, I couldn't skip for shit when I started.
It takes some people a long time to just get the motion of the skip going, like as in the timing, and then they got the timing, and then their legs are burning or their arms are on fire. And it's not that they can't skip. It's not your muscles can't stand the endurance of that skip. So they're like, why are my arms burning? I'm like, oh well, you haven't been training. Your arms are gonna be tired. Calves are gonna burn. Like just because you walk around doesn't mean you can do like exercise.
I'm skipping for so long.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
Like I never skipped for that long.
So skipping's good, and you do it like in the grade, and you do a long one, and in class, you
Go
get
for
your
I can go for it without stopping. Just go. Yeah. That used to be the most hated thing.
The skipping.
The skipping. But then after I got into it, I started like loving it so much.
There's a guy, like I train some people and they don't want to skip. So they're like, no, I'm not going to skip. So it like takes time to get people to skip, especially people don't want to do it. So when they get to a certain point, then like skipping is part of it, because it's good for your feet. If you can skip for 10 minutes, then you can move and sidestep and go backwards and forwards without your legs going sore. So it's part of it. If you can't do it, then how are you going to do the other stuff?
Yeah, because I see some owns who like rather like go to the other side and just like shadow than like skip. Because skipping a little bit, it's a, I don't know, they don't find it as fun. They do that.
Skipping also tests you, because when you can't do something, you don't want to do it in front of people. So now you can't skip, and you're like, you don't want to struggle in front of people. So like when I first went, like I saw all these people getting ropes, and I'm like, I don't know what the fuck they're doing. I got a rope, And I went to go, and I tried to skip, and I was like, yo, I can't do this shit. So I went on there was like elliptical bike, and I just cycled, and I watched the people skip. And then I went the next day, and then I tried, because like sometimes you just need to watch what they're doing, like trying to get emotion. And then I went in, I skipped, I was fine. But, some people don't want to go through the because it does burn. It's like, oh, I'm tired, and now you have to show everyone, I stopped. That's also, but no one's judging you. Like, I don't really care. If you start, it's fine. But you think in your own head, which almost gets you to like train more. So maybe it's a good thing, maybe it's a bad thing. Okay, we'll keep going. Shit.
Yeah. Coach, but when did you start doing Muay Thai?
So I think I was like 19, going on 20, somewhere around there. And my friends actually told me about it. They're like, oh, I must go do this thing. It's like Muay Thai. So I waited for a bit, and then they just never started. I was waiting. So I went after 2 months without them. I went by myself. And then they signed up after I started. And then I was like doing the thing, and I was like training. And a few of them started with me, and then I was the only one that really like carried on training. So like 19, 20, and then I graded, and then I went straight to fighters class because I wanted to fight. So I was like, okay, no advanced class, straight to fighters. Get fucked up there, because
like, this is boring. Let me go to the
real shit. Get fucked. So yeah, so then I did it from about like 19, 20, and I fought for a bit, and then I stopped. Now I just teach. Yeah, but I don't know, teaching's nice. I don't want to fight because if your body can only take so much, and then it's fucked, and then you have to walk around with that fucking bullshit forever for one fight. So like my leg from the breaking of it, like it just hurts a bit. So I don't. I'm fine with training and walking around normally. I don't want to use a crutch because I get kicked shit or something like that. But fighting was fun, and the teaching's fun now too because I still get to train, which is what I like to do as well. And then I get to, the better the student becomes, the more I can do the stuff. And so
the other thing with me, as soon as I joined, I was like, and I saw there was like the normal class and there was fighters class. In my head, I was like, I'm not here to do I'm not here to do the easy. I want to do the hardest thing. Why am I in this? I was like, I just want to get out of this class. So I can just go do the hardest thing there. Because I don't know. I just always want to push as much to see what I can actually do, as well.
The thing is, it works perfect because it's not. Yes, you have to fight, but you're going to be prepared and you're going to be against someone that's a similar level. But in actual fact, like the people that are training, I'm sure they're training to learn Muay Thai. So for me, it's a martial art. So the hardest way should be the best way. So I always also went like the hardest way. Like I wanted to fight, but also I was like, I don't want to go to advanced class and get fitter or like learn that stuff because it's not fighting stuff. I'll just go straight to fighters and get fucked up. So I always thought the hardest way for martial art is the best way. So when there's the easy way, it's like, nah, hard way, like this is the way.
It's like, I want to learn the whole thing.
Yes.
I'm here to learn everything about this specific sport. I was like, for me, it was like, there's no point of me doing this if I'm not going to do it fully.
Yeah.
I was like,
and that's only a small percentage of people. You see how many other students there are, and then the small percent of fighters is like 1% of the guys. But it's fine. As long as we're fighting, I'm happy. And the advanced guys, they're doing their thing. We work quite hard. No headshots, but we go quite hard. Like the pace is considerable. So I think the guys get through it nicely. Yeah.
It's nice. Yeah. And the guys are coming more now.
Yeah.
Sparring.
The guys that are sparring are important, because really the better they are, the better you can become. So it doesn't matter how much I work with you if they're not on the similar level or coming up and catching you better, then it's a waste for you as well. So I'm glad that it's the same guys the whole time because they're all learning the more technique that we're busy with, and the drill. So they'll get better and they'll practice, and I think it's good. And
I can also feel it when like they get better as well. It's it's a little bit more challenging now.
Exactly.
This doesn't work as much as it used to.
The block or something.
The block or something now.
Yes.
Like, these guys know I do this now, so I have to like change it up a little bit.
Then you got to outsmart yourself because
I have to outsmart myself.
yeah, you're like,
it's
okay, what can I do now? Which is good. Like, so that's why it's important to put the work in on them too. Because if it was just you, then you mangle them, and then you're like, oh, I'm so good. Yeah, okay, but watch this. Let me make your competition harder. And then, okay, do that same move now, and then then maybe you catch it 2 or 3 times less than you usually do. Then you know, okay, they're better. Now you got to change.
Now I have to change.
Yeah. So for me, it's perfect to have the other guys better on top of you being better, because then you always have to think, and then the guys get better, and then it just spreads out more. But it comes down to helping you again, because now they're conditioned more.
Yeah.
You kick them a little harder. And like
can knee them more.
yeah, exactly. Keenan's throwing you, which is I mean, if he can throw you, then that's good, because then you can stay together and you can be like, I don't know shit.
Yeah.
Keenan throwed my ass.
I literally feel like that. Like what? What? No ways.
I don't know who we did the clinches with him, but you and him are like on size-wise, the next person up from you is like Narayan and Brett's size, which is quite big.
It's big, yeah.
So that's like
It's
75, 70, that's 20
big,
almost.
bro.
So you and Keenan are only going with bigger guys. So Keenan, we did work a lot of clinching, but he's only going with the big guy. So when he pulls, he's doing
rigs.
a good pull.
He rigs. That's why when I go with him, I feel like my pulling it doesn't work because he pulls me so hard. It's like,
You don't pull hard enough.
Why is my pull? Why is it not working like his is working on me?
No, you gotta like, you just gotta wait, relax, and then all of your strength in 1 second. And Keenan, even though he's not in fighters, he seems to have that one pull down.
Yeah.
The other one, not so. I haven't seen him use it so much, but the first one, just the pull. So it's good for him. Whenever he's here, then I'll keep you guys together, because I know, okay, he's at least got the clinching. He can do something to you. It's good for you.
I like
Make you better.
I'm like, okay, I need to
Still his move.
Still his move. I need to work on this throw. Like, this is the thing. So I'm like, because I don't know, like it feels uncomfortable, and I think I'm not used to it. See, when you grab the back of their head, I don't know if it's maybe my positioning or I'm more comfortable with this arm. It's so hard though for some reason, to just think of that together, put it together, and then just like put it down with the arm.
And the other way
and then
around?
just and the other way around.
No, I mean if you do this one as your front and this one as the back, you feel the same.
No, so this feels better sometimes.
Okay.
Moving this way.
Because what I do is I don't even worry with the other side. So I usually only pull the guy this way, and I always only pop him that way.
Okay.
So I went on
wanna
the
be able
path
to do
of
both.
I went on the path of more strict on one. I can do both on each side, but I'm not as good. Like I will always, if I'm tired, fall back to that. So working both takes a little longer, but once you perfect it either side, you can do it. Like I can do it the other side, I just don't find myself that way. I always find myself this way, and I always pop that way.
And the thing now, the guys I've noticed, they always on this side.
Like it's all left leg forward.
But I was like, I have, and then but sometimes they do go this side. But I can tell, like, if I just pull down the arm, it's gonna work better.
You need to force it though, on the sense that if they come in left leg forward, you need to step in with this arm faster behind their head. Whoever catches the head first, that person must grab the inside of the arm. So instead of you going in left leg and then fighting for the other position, stay there, and then as they come in, either switch or let
Or force him.
this arm grab his head first, then force him to be on the side that you like. So even if you like it, doesn't mean it's going to be easy. You're going to have to force the guy into that position. Yeah. So, but when you caught the head through the middle, I don't know who you were chucking around, but they were flying. Their legs, it looks like they were flying like this, and their legs are going. So it works. You must keep that.
Okay, it works. Okay.
So that works really well. And the guys that you're doing it on, they were flying. Like even Duncan, I think you threw him a little bit.
Yeah, the
like
bigger
off
guys
balance.
The bigger guys I've noticed I can do a little bit more to them now.
Once you pull, so if you bend your knees and you make yourself heavy, once you pull their head under a certain point, they're fucked. It doesn't matter how tall. Their tallness is now working against them down here. And then you got them. So that going in one, because a tall person's sense of gravity is all messed up. It's different. So when the head goes, the body follows because there's so much weight. So when you get them pushing, that's why I say with Robin, like I always use him as an example, and I say you got to move him because I take him and I make sure he's moving, and then I do it. Because you guys are just trying it, and he's a big guy, and he's like, so I'm like, okay, move and then pull,
And then
sweep.
do it.
Yeah. So
Because now he's in motion.
in
not as
motion,
much.
and he doesn't weigh nothing. Then he weighs 90 kilograms against himself because of inertia.
Yeah.
So I'm pushing him, and then as I pull him forward, you have that like whiplash effect, and then you can trip him.
He's tripping now.
And that's what the Muay Thai is always. It's like constant push or pull. And if he pushes, you pull, and you make the change quick.
Okay.
So we're gonna do a clinch day, and then we'll do some all basic chucks. Get that like motion. But I was just worried when you guys do the one sweep, the backwards one, because everyone lands on their back, and then they're all winded, and then they don't want to spar anymore. And I'm like, fuck that, man. So it's difficult sometimes. That's why you guys got to hang on to that leg, or
We just not, yeah. And each other drop too hard.
because the problem with the sweep is first what happens is you can't do it at all, then you can't stop doing it, but on top of it not stopping, you can't control it. So you do it all the time, and the guy bangs on the floor. Then later on, you only figure out that like the finesse of it, and you can catch the leg. So that's the problem. You guys have to be slammed first, otherwise
You figure it out, like,
figure it out later or not.
go through the pain first.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's how you learn sometimes.
So before I think because we're coming low on time here, I want to make sure that you get everything out there. Is there anywhere you want people, anything they want them to check out or follow you anywhere, or any check space before next gig or something?
Yes.
Throw out there.
So I want everyone to follow me on Instagram. That's
Yeah.
where I actually I post most of my stuff.
Yes.
So that literally leads you through. So follow me on Instagram on Lee3x3i. It's that way because I don't know why it's that way. It's that way because there's so many Lees
Yeah.
on like Spotify and iTunes that I had to like actually stylize the name.
Well,
So I
Lee's
couldn't
such
keep
a
it Lee,
it's like a mad common name. So
It's such a
like
mad common name.
you took a common stage name.
I did.
That's just a
But it's
common
like-
name, you know.
But it's like a short abbreviation of my name.
Yeah.
Likhaya.
Yes.
So it's like Likhaya, so Lee. It's like, but it's like now I have to like stylize it.
Yeah.
So it's Lee3x3i on Instagram, Lee3x3i on iTunes, Spotify, Lee3x3i on YouTube. I have a lot of videos, music videos out, a lot of music coming. But follow me on Instagram. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a great journey. Yes, sir.
Okay. We'll do that. We'll get on it. I'll link
gonna
it there
do-
for you and stuff.
I'm gonna do a lot of interesting,
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of fun stuff as well.
That's good. I'm always amped to see like what the guys get up to outside. The ones that are like the more disciplined ones, or the ones that are pushing harder, they always seem to do more stuff out there, like challenging stuff. So it's good. It's good to get out there. You know, I was watching this because your hat is like one side's up, looks like a cowboy vibe.
Really?
Yeah, so it looks like, they got the one piece down, the like vibe. I was watching this.
Down.
No, it's like up and this one's down. It's like
You would give me like this the whole time.
I thought you did on purpose. Like I thought you wanted one on your ear.
I wanted to be like this. So I'm like covering.
There's no camera. It looked like old school English, one up, one down. I was like, okay.
Oh my God.
It reminded me of this anime I'm watching. It's called Cowboy Bebop.
Cowboy people.
Fucking
I've watched like a
good.
few episodes.
Yeah, it's
like,
good.
I think 2 or 3.
It's like old school.
Space cowboy,
Yeah, I dig it.
out in
I
space,
dig it.
shooting,
Yeah.
fighting
So it's
crime.
like the whole time I was talking to you, I was like, I must ask you if you ever seen Cowboy Bebop. Because you had. So.
I've definitely seen cowboy people. I used to be like the biggest anime fan growing up. Like I've watched so much and so many like different ones. I don't even remember the ones I've watched, but I've watched like countless anime shows and episodes of everything.
I watched like not too many when I was younger. My so's father, like it wasn't like, he's French, so he's very much like not into TV. So we didn't really have the TV on much, or if there was a TV, it was like in some other room. So we wouldn't watch so much TV. So I like Dragon Ball Z is like really the only thing I got.
Yeah, that's how it started.
Yeah,
as well.
and then now it's like more, and I watch what Michaela has got, and I like look for some myself. Like obviously there's like quite violent ones. Like I was watching Angel Cop, and Angel Cop
you
is
maybe watch
mad.
one episode where they shot the guy in the head or something, and then
Yes.
blew out the brains. Yeah, that
And,
was a bit.
and he's like nice shooting, like, and he's like mauls that dude. Yeah, I watched that anime season. That's hectic stuff. But
It's the old.
that's
the
old stuff.
19, yeah.
Yeah, they're just vicious.
It's vicious. Like that's the thing about anime with me. Like it's more of the gory stuff with a lot of blood, but more adventure like. So with a lot of like dragons, mythical creatures, magic. Based stuff,
Okay.
That's always with demons and stuff. That's
Yeah.
always my go-to.
And I seem to like mech suits or like space stuff. Like I seem to always do that because I was watching that. No, it's old school like mech suits where the planets are fighting each other and they both got different mech suits, and the kid steals his father's like prototype thing. It's like some random name, mech warrior thing. It's from old school like a 90s type vibe. But I don't know, and then anything with
Gundam Seed,
space.
no, I don't
Yeah,
know.
it's something like
Gundam
that.
Seed or
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
maybe, yeah. So those
But
are
like
the
the
popular
first
ones.
season, yeah. So now I'm just watching a few, and then I find another one and I go check on YouTube for some. I don't know. They have to be very specific because I don't really like too many of them.
And there's
Like
a lot
just-
of
yeah, it's a lot of mad stuff.
there's
Just
mad
like go
stuff.
through it, just see it there. And Michaela watches as well. She watches not anime that I watch. Like she doesn't like a certain animation type that I like, but then she also watches more like almost like drama type style or yeah,
Okay.
not. It's not like the fighting shit that I'm
Fighting
always
stuff.
watching.
Okay. Weirdly enough, I like the fighting stuff, but like I've watched the few drama stuff I've watched. They've been nice, but I wouldn't go watch that. It's a little bit too boring.
Yeah.
I feel like my masculine side just takes ahead of me. I just want to see a lot of violence.
Yeah, I don't. It's like, not that maybe the story is, I don't know what the story is because I don't. That's why I don't follow it because the
don't
story
follow
is
it.
not something that interests me. So I'm just like I switch off. So I
have
don't
to-
really
have to
watch it.
literally see
And then Michaela
the
doesn't like
storyline and everything.
the mad violent
The mad
stuff, you
ones.
know, or people
Some
doing crazy
swords.
stuff.
Cutting each other.
Did you watch
Love
Blue
that shit.
Eyes, the Blue Eye Samurai on Netflix? This woman has a daughter or child with a European. He's got blue eyes, and then she's in Japan. And if
I've
you
heard
have,
about it, it's
yeah,
new.
oh
It
fuck,
come
it's
out this
good.
year.
It's
Oh,
so good.
fuck.
I think it came out last year, or I think
yeah,
the season 2 must come out still.
Blonde
Oh,
hair kid.
epic. Yeah, so it's blonde or blue-eyed samurai. Try blue-eyed samurai.
Blue eyes. Alright.
It's like the most epic stuff. I like usually don't watch stuff like through, and then I watched that. I was like, yo, I watched it, all
Okay,
of
I
it.
see it. Is it this one?
Yes. Oh, you must
I wanna
Blue
check
Eye
this out.
Samurai. Yo, it is. That's so good.
Okay, I'll check this one out.
And it's because it came out on Netflix, so all the episodes are out already now. Season 2 must come out, but it is legit. It's like hour-long episodes of just mad action and cinematography,
Yeah.
and it's just great story. Oh, yeah. Tell people.
8.7 on IMDb.
Sometimes they like give shit ones. I tell you that should get higher. But anyway, yeah, it's really fun. So I find stuff like that, and I enjoy it.
I'm gonna watch that one.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah.
I must finish watching my Cowboy Bebop, and then I'll move on to something else. I can find Michaela. I never get it from her because she's always watching the random ones. So I must go search myself. Sometimes I don't really feel like searching. So just something pops up and I'm like, oh, what's this?
What's
fucking
this? And if it catches your interest, you'll go
shooting
for
the
it.
shit out of someone or kicking the shit out of them. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we're hitting the end here, and we're gonna be cutting off. But before we go, we got Likhaya coming up for 11th of May. Taholics Fight Promotions. So that's gonna be good, guys. Information will come out. And go check out Likhaya on all his Instagram, and we'll put it on the video in the description, and we'll throw it out there so he has a copy. And yeah, we if the sound's a bit dodgy, we are working on it. You know, I always tell the people, like, I only got this, I don't do this professionally, so if you hear an echo, well, listen or don't listen, but I think it should be good. Okay, guys, have a good one. Check you later.